Welcome to a live edition of the Out of the System podcast. We are in a beautiful home in Coconut Grove, Miami. Who do I have the honor of speaking to today?
Hello, my friend. My name is Janelle Kelly, and I'm one of the hosts of this wonderful event that we're having here.
Hi, Janelle.
Hello.
I am so happy that you're here. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, thank you.
This is an incredible event. Please tell us how this event came to be.
Well, first, I want to just say thank you so much. Like, it's your time, it's your effort, your dedication. We appreciate you. So thank you so much for your sponsorship.
My pleasure.
Yes. So this came about because I asked Christine Curran if she would like to do an event with me. We both do events, sometimes together, sometimes apart.
Sometimes it's that easy.
It's that easy.
Right?
That's all it was. We just, and we thought we were going to do like a women's event, and we had no idea. So it's being open to having just setting an intention with no expectations.
That's awesome.
Who knew that it was going to turn out to be this, right?
It's perfect when two powerful women come together who are so well connected. You can put an incredible event like this in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Literally.
Exactly. Well, Christine, you'll always hear her say, she talks about, building with collaboration to collapse time. And it's so true. And so we brought in Benny Salas.
I love Benny.
And Geraldine, and what a support. So between the four of us, everybody just got it done.
That's incredible.
There was no qualms. It was does this get to be done? Is this handled? And it's seamless, right? And then you just have faith in God, and we connect with the right people. It just happens.
Magic.
Right? Yeah, it's true.
Tell me your background.
My background's in nursing. I've been a nurse for 33 years.
Wow.
I was an ER trauma nurse for over 26 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, ran one of South Florida's busiest trauma centers for about 8 years. And then went into entrepreneurship.
Nurses are miracle workers.
Yeah, and
they really are.
Yeah, I'm and we're a little crazy, right?
You have to be.
You have to be a little crazy, so yeah.
That's incredible. Are you still a nurse?
I have one pinky toe.
Okay.
Still in nursing.
Got it.
But I've been building, became an entrepreneur 10 years ago, and it's been a beautiful journey, and it's really been an inward journey, and it became very spiritual for me, and so that's more what I tap into now and support people with.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long have you been out of nursing currently?
About 10 years.
Okay, it's been a while. Yeah. Okay. Tell me how this event came to be in this location.
Oh my gosh, Mike Garcia. Absolutely amazing. So he is an incredible realtor here in the Coconut Grove area. And he had this beautiful mansion that is available. And so he does different events, which is a creative and brilliant idea to be able to showcase the home. Right, to potential buyers. And he actually sold the mansion next door by doing this exact same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's how you can host a party in this beautiful house.
There you go. It's a win. I'm totally about everything being a win-win for everyone involved. And this is just a beautiful example of a win-win for everyone. I
agree.
Yeah.
Tell me the idea of this mastermind being done 4 times a year. I love that. Talk to me about that.
Right. So we figure quarterly masterminds and limit it to 50 people, and it's by invite only. So
private.
Yes, it's very private. It's exclusive because you want to make sure that the people in the room share the same values.
Yes.
Along the same wavelength. So it's not about coming in a room and seeing what you can get from other people. It's about coming in a room, setting an intention that you will be served, but being here to be in service. And then in doing so, again, it's just,
I love that.
That's the laws of the universe, right?
Of course.
So that's the idea of it. Then every quarter, people can come, and when we're wrapping up the quarter, what is it you need to hit those Q4 goals? Share that with us tonight. Or if you're already well in the path, what is it you need to go in and have just freaking explode in 2026, right, from day one? So that's what this is about.
I love that.
Yeah.
How many speakers are here tonight?
So tonight we have 50 guests, and every single person is going to get to share who they are, what they do, and what their ask is. Yeah, so you gotta time people, right?
That's so cool. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Keep
it short.
And then we have our sponsors who just make it able for all this to happen. So they'll have a bit more time to be able to share about themselves, their business, in exchange for their sponsorship. So
Great.
including yourself, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it's
I got my
wonderful.
script ready, got my speech
I love
ready.
It. I love it. So good.
It's gonna be incredible. I love the setup out there with the pool as the background.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. Really, really well thought out.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It was easy. I mean, this was like, I always say it's a God thing, right?
Yes.
It's a God thing. Mm-hmm.
Alignment.
Yes, 100%. That's what I'm all about. That's
Yeah.
what I teach. Yeah.
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 Tell me more about it.
So along my path of becoming an entrepreneur,
Okay.
About the end of the first year, I was like, and I was totally uncomfortable, by the way. I hadn't even had social media.
Usually is, yeah.
Before, but I didn't even have social media. I had social
Really?
anxiety.
Wow.
Right? So then here I am in network marketing, and they want me to like put pictures of myself and of all things my body, because I was like selling like healthcare products. And I was like, what? But I did it, right? When you know that there's hope, and like I wanted out of nursing, and it was
Right.
the only path that was laid in front of me, and I felt it, the energy of the women, the team. And so by the end of the first year, I had a good amount of success, but my vision was bigger, and I was like, well, if I know what to do now and how to do it, and I have the blueprint, I have like all the help, why am I not doing it,
Right.
And I wasn't using words like self-sabotage, procrastination. I wasn't talking about my subconscious. I didn't know what it was. So I allowed my curiosity to become my mentor. And when I did that, boy, it led me into rooms that just changed the entire view on life and my entire understanding of life.
That's incredible.
It was like the veil was pulled back, right? The curtain was pulled back. Yeah, the lenses through which I saw the world were changed. And that's when I realized that we could hand everybody a $1 million opportunity and give them everything they need outwardly, but if that subconscious mind is still living the story of
putting walls and barriers,
like broke parents or cautious teachers or things like that,
stuck in a frame.
95% of the world is living a story that's not theirs.
Yes.
I'm like, guys, you got to rewrite the script.
Holding on to the past for no reason.
Rewrite the script. It's not yours.
Yes.
That's not. You didn't come out with
Break
those
out of
thoughts,
that frame.
right? Yeah, so passionate about that, especially with women, so I love, because I think tapping into our feminine energy, men and women have it, but we're very detached from it in our world right now. A lot of people have had to grow up, myself included, in survival mode, or having to like really be in a toxic masculine to like just survive and do what we needed to do. I've overcome paralysis from a spinal cord injury when I was told I would never walk again.
Wow, really?
I had lost everything I had, but the fight was worth it, right? And then 10 years later,
What a story.
Yeah, well, God chose me to like really share, right? And I get that now. 10 years later, I had surgery from another car accident, and I had a posterior stroke. They dissected a whole artery. Wow. So I spent 2023 recovering from a posterior stroke. And the beauty in it is seeing the difference between the two injuries and the recovery. See, back in 2011, I didn't have the level of self-awareness that I have today. But what I had was this belief. Like, I never saw myself not walking, right? But it was a freaking struggle.
It's that belief inside of you. You never gave up.
I never gave up. I thought you were crazy if you told me I wasn't going to walk. And I had very well-meaning surgeons and doctors looking at me like I was crazy and thought that I mentally lost it. But lo and behold, little did I know. So when I recovered from the stroke, I have a very high level of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, cognitive skills.
Yeah.
And I just took everything that God had instilled in me, and I navigated that recovery. And it looked like a miracle, and partly it was, but it was also the tools and the techniques that I teach people today from a Stanford course that I teach that helped me, supported me in that healing, right?
Wow.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
The wisdom.
Do you know what they say? There was a study that was done that proved that everyone lives in their own reality.
Yes. Yep.
That our brain creates the world for us.
Yes, it does.
Therefore, we should never listen or care to what others say about us.
Amen.
Because their reality is not our reality.
Amen.
So you did that.
I did.
They try to tell you how to live your reality.
Yeah.
And you said, no way. I'm going to choose my reality and I'm going to walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Incredible.
It's so cool, right?
Yes.
And I love the contrast between the two different experiences, because what it showed me is God's like, go teach people these things.
Yes.
Go teach them, because remember how much you struggled. Like, I lost everything, right?
Wow.
I lost everything and had to file bankruptcy and like all these things. It was horrible, right?
Do you have kids?
I don't. I have 2 puppies. They're adorable. Right? But thank God, right? But I don't think they were meant to be on this type of journey, because this journey was one that the majority of the world would not be sitting here like this today. right? But God chooses journeys for each of us to overcome each of our own struggles.
Yeah.
My struggles are no more greater than anyone else's, right?
Right.
For each person, it's their own. And the thing is, unless you start to like take out of the challenge what you're being taught, you're going to keep living the challenge,
right?
Or maybe it takes you to it, like you ascend to another level. I always say before we ascend spiritually, we have like tower moments, right? These crashing down. I just went through a tower moment.
For sure.
I literally on the other side of it, and like boom, hi, right? So like when you get to the other side, everything you want is on the other side. But the only way out is through.
Amen.
You cannot ignore going inside and looking at it. You can't.
No.
There's no way around it. Yeah.
You can help so many nurses.
Yeah. Yes. You know what's
So
funny?
many.
Leo, in the beginning, they're like, why is it like your avatar nurses? And I just looked at my mentor and I was like, dude, did you know me? I was like, I had sharp corners. I was like, very righteous, very toxic masculine energy. I'm like, I'm not ready for that yet. Like, I wasn't far enough away from it at the time, but eventually it will happen. Entrepreneurs right now, because they're the most open-minded.
Yes.
So it's kind of like an easy path because they're seeking it. But to go in and work with people who are not there, they don't know what they need, but they do know they're hurting.
For sure.
They do know that they're serving from this empty cup.
Oh, yeah.
And they might not know what to call it. Like back then, I didn't know what to call it.
Right.
I partied a lot. I drank a lot. I spent a lot of money on things that I didn't need.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, I don't know. Did we? I'm not
We
sure.
did,
But
we
I was
did.
just trying
Most
to
of
fill
us
the void,
did.
right? Trying to fill a void. I didn't know what that void was. But it wasn't filling the void. It wasn't fixing it for me, you know? And then I realized I was like, oh, it was so much more than what I ever understood back then, right? Yeah.
When God has a plan for us and we think we have our own plan, He'll laugh at it.
Yes, right? I know.
Like, I got something better for you. Relax.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
And, you know, I always share, it's like, it's not, and so many times I'll talk to people, and it's like, they'll get that, but they get it, like, after they've already, like, had so much anxiety and stress and made it through. I'm like, the goal is to understand and to hold that faith when the money is not in the bank, when the body is not in its perfect health, when people are not showing up at your door, and when you feel like broken and alone.
That's when you gotta believe.
That's where the faith is, right? Because
Yes.
God will put you in silence, right? He will separate you from the noise of the world to work on you and to work through you, right? So it's either you continue to suffer in it or you just have that faith and that belief. And then every time you move forward in life, like the challenges, like someone would think having a posterior stroke and all that shit was a big thing.
Right.
And not that it wasn't. Don't take it away from me. And nothing to other people who've had strokes and haven't had the recovery I had. But I'm like, yeah, no, it was like, it was a pretty cool thing. Like, I'm like, I actually got to like die and come back. And I was like, the most greatest works of my life were done in complete surrender.
Yes.
You know?
We need that to be able to remember who we really are.
Yeah. I'm like, shit. And when I want to stress about something, I'm like, girl, remember that you died, you didn't do anything, and you became alive again. You didn't do anything. You surrendered completely. So I always pull myself back in, and I'm like, surrender and trust and have faith, right? And
I think that's one of our issues as humans. We think that we always have to do something.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of times we don't. You are enough.
Yes.
Just be you, shine your light.
Yes, I agree, 1,000%. So my little tower moment, people are like, what have you been doing? I'm like, oh, I've been baking cakes and making lentil soup. They're like, what the? They're like, who is that? And I'm like, that's
what
just
kind of
me.
cake?
Oh my God, I'll have to show you
I
pictures.
love cake.
Boy, I can make you a cake. They're so good. But you know, it was just that relaxing and filling back my cup. And getting through it. There are times in life where we get to go, we get to excel further, we get to push more when we're up to our big goals, but we get to realize also that's not a constant 24/7 thing, you know? And you get to monitor yourself and stop worrying about other people and what they're doing or how they're showing up.
It's such a waste of time.
Oh my God, stop controlling things. You are not even in control. You're not even in control,
no,
right? Yeah.
You don't control
it's
shit.
It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion.
Exactly.
You know? So we're all on a journey, though. I think we get there when we get there.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of told me a second before I realized it, right? So it's just, we can just guide. We can't push, we can't force.
No.
We give grace, we give space, we give our wisdom. If it's received, wonderful. If it's not received, and it's draining you, then you must walk away.
Yes.
Right? Like you must walk away. Your peace. I protect my peace because my peace is everything.
I agree.
Everything. You could take the money, you could take the party, you could take everything away, but if I have my inner peace, I'm solid.
Yeah.
I'll always bounce back. I'll have everything I want. you know?
The
Yeah.
more I try to force, the less things work out.
Well, yeah, you resist, right?
Yes.
You're resisting. It's not flow. I
Yes.
know, right? When
And then I
people
gotta stop,
get it,
take a step back. All right, you're forcing. Relax, let
Yeah.
life live, let things occur. It's gonna, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let it go.
yeah. What's the thing? What do you do? Like when you notice it, like what's something you do to support yourself and like relaxing or chilling or pulling
I
back?
take a few deep breaths
Yeah.
and I really ask myself, what's the outcome that I'm looking for? Am I gonna get there by continuously forcing life to get there? If the answer is usually no,
Right.
then I stop
Yeah. That's so good.
because I'm out of
right?
control.
Yeah. Well, we want to be somewhere where we're not
Right.
instead of being where we are.
Yes.
Right? So living in the present moment, like, and
It's everything.
embracing it.
Bringing yourself back.
It's so relaxed. That's where peace lives.
Yes.
Right? When we're here in the present moment, the only time we experience stress or anxiety or fear or lack, right?
Yes.
Is if we're in the past with woulda, coulda, shoulda,
Yes.
right? Or we're in the future and we're not like healthy planning, but we're like obsessing or worrying.
Being
You
anxious.
know? Oh my God. Did you
Yeah.
ever think we were going to have a conversation and it was going to go really bad and you're like thinking about the 1,000 ways it's going to go and for days and then you have the conversation and it was like, dude, that was it? I was like, okay. But you spent like all those days lowering your vibration.
Yes.
See, when you understand vibration and frequency, you get to protect it at like all cost, right? Because if not, you dip. And when you dip, you attract that stuff,
Because
right?
by you thinking about it, you're attracting that frequency.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're bringing it closer to
Amen.
you.
Yeah, because it's emotional.
Yes.
Yeah, and some people will ask, well, because horrible things do happen, right? We experience things, we're here in a human form,
Right.
we have emotions. The idea is to process the emotion, like experience the experience, and not get caught up in the emotion. And so Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, if you've ever heard of her, she talks about like the opposite ends. She talks about a stick, right? So if you're on one end of the stick, you can't go from being poor, right, in poverty,
Right.
to like, oh, I'm a millionaire. Like you're like literally gaslighting yourself. You don't even believe it, right?
Which is why those that win the lotto go broke real quick.
Amen, right? That's why it happens.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, feel for the better feeling thought. Like think that like what could feel just a little bit better. Like if you're in despair, you're not going to feel in peace or happy or abundant.
Correct.
Right? So what's a little bit better than despair? Maybe being frustrated is just a little bit better than being desperate, right? And then from frustrated, okay, what else can you feel? And you work through it, you know? But it's like you get to be the person that taps into the information to understand the things.
Right.
You know, like you're not going to do this for yourself unless you start seeking guidance, unless you reach out to people, find mentors or coaches or
It's the
someone
only
who's
way.
gone before you.
You have to grow and evolve.
Amen, right? You can't be the victim and the victor at the same time.
No. At some point, you have to take ownership and responsibility for that trauma.
Everything.
Yes.
I say accountability.
Yes, that's a good word.
Yeah, because in transformation, like I had a horrible car accident. And the dude was on his phone. I was parked in my car. His truck ran over my car with me in it.
Oh my goodness. Thank God you're alive.
I wasn't responsible for that, but I was accountable. I got in my
Yes.
car that day. I drove it. I parked there.
Right.
Like, because in every moment, you either are empowering yourself or you're giving your power away, right? So the choice is in the words you speak, the thoughts you think, right? And it's like whatever makes you feel good, you know, and take accountability for
Right.
everything in your life, for everything. Even paralysis, even a stroke, I take accountability for all of it. Who the hell was I being for 50 some years that made like my vessel, like even though it was like surgical,
Right.
right? But okay, whatever, you know? So sometimes it's hard and illogical. And people are like, Janelle, how do you take accountability for that? I'm like, I just do. Right? Like, I don't know. I chose to have the surgery. I chose because all the car accident led to all that.
Right.
Like, it's hard. I get it. It's far-fetched, but it empowers me.
I know what you mean.
You know, like I'm not gonna give it like if I saw that person today, I'd give the guy a hug and be like, "How you doing, buddy?" And he wasn't even nice to me. But you gotta let go of that. You gotta forgive,
Right.
not for others, but for yourself. Right?
It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. No. I
Right.
could have been on my phone one day
Yeah.
and did the same thing. I teach a program from Stanford called the Clarity Catalyst, right? And it gives you over 65 different tools and techniques. It's all in emotional intelligence.
Wow.
But it teaches a thing that one of the weeks we teach just like me, right? So when that person like wants to cut you off and shit, and you want to like F-bomb them, you're like, no, just like me. Just like me. I totally have cut somebody off before. And like, woosah, right? Bring yourself back. Because it's not bothering anybody else.
No.
But you.
Yes.
Don't lose your high vibration, right? Over some silly thing.
Jocelyn, you are a beautiful soul.
I'm Janelle.
I'm Janelle,
but
excuse
Jocelyn
me.
must be my spirit guide's name. I don't know. And my stage name. It's my podcast name. My podcast stage name.
Janelle, I'm sorry.
And if we weren't live, that wouldn't be as funny. But this is funny. So listen, I call people the wrong name all the time. And then I say, listen, I'm so sorry, but I had a stroke. And it totally has nothing to do with the stroke. It's just like freaking mess up people's names. Yeah.
You're a beautiful soul. Thank you for coming on the podcast
Thank
today.
you for
Do me a
having me.
favor. Look at that camera. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yes. Please find me on Instagram. My name is spelled Jenell, then underscore LYN_Kelly. Janelle_Lynn_Kelly. Best place to find
Thank
me.
you, Janelle.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you so much.
I appreciate
Thank you for
it.
putting this incredible event together.
Thank you for like, hello.
Hello.
You add so much beautiful energy to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys, go follow Janelle, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you soon. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are here in beautiful Miami, Coconut Grove at Q4 Mastermind. We have the beautiful, lovely Christina. Christina is Miss Entrepreneur Florida. She's also a bodybuilder. How are you?
Hi, Leo. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you. I'm happy
Tell
to be
me
here.
a little bit about yourself.
So I'm originally from Belarus. I moved here when I was 9 years old.
Okay.
When I was in Belarus, I went from a starving kid that's been exposed to Chernobyl to living the American dream of all the opportunities and possibilities available here. And
What a story.
yeah. And
What year
I
were
mean-
you born?
I'm sorry?
What year were you
85.
born? 85.
85. I
So it's
just
like
turned 40.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, I mean, coming to America, had a rough childhood, didn't speak English for about a year.
Same.
Oh, where are you from?
From Brazil.
Oh my God.
Came when I was 7, so I
Okay.
understand the struggle.
Yeah, so you're kind of like an outcast, and I went
Yes.
from being a social butterfly in Belarus to kind of observing the world,
Yes.
studying it, and then when I did learn to speak English, it was like it started to take off. But obviously, I was very fascinated with the world of how the American business world works. So I was
Same.
always studying.
The American dream.
American dream.
Yes.
And I studied from a lot of people in my world, and God told me to go to church when I was 9, so I started going to church and started
Amen.
learning about people who have businesses, and then
He came to you early, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't speak English, so I listened and I observed, and
That's
I could hear
incredible.
God's voice. It was very powerful.
That's beautiful. Tell me, what appealed to you about entrepreneurship? What made you say, I want to go tackle that?
I mean, I don't know, like, I just feel like I was always led to do that. I went to college, which, again, American dream is to
Yeah.
go to college, get your degree, and get your career.
Where'd you grow up? What city?
So I grew up in South Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, Pembroke Pines, Fort Lauderdale area.
cool.
And then I went to New York for college,
Got it.
studied business and broadcast journalism, so to be a professional speaker and
Got it.
on-camera personality.
I can tell. I can tell.
Thank you. So yeah, I use that for my business now. I'm on my own brand, and as you understand, brand is important.
Extremely.
But I built my first multi-million-dollar company with my ex-husband here in South Florida, and then eventually
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, in my 20s, I lived it all, and then I told God, I'm like, is this all? Is this all like I have in my
Yeah.
20s? And then that's when He humbled me and took it all away and had to restart. And here I am in the real estate space, multifamily development, selling luxury properties, and of course teaching my entrepreneur friends how to not pay taxes.
Go into that briefly. How did he take it all away?
Well, divorce, number
Okay.
one. Two, losing the business because
Got it.
obviously I didn't want to be there anymore. I was fighting to build this
Got it.
business for our future, for our children, and then
Makes sense.
yeah, and then I had no heart to be there anymore.
Got
I
it.
just needed to step away. But I believe that God took it away to bring me back to my purpose and on
Yes.
destiny.
And you had the knowledge,
Yes.
you know?
Oh, I've already experienced it. I didn't know how to work for anybody anymore. I knew how to build, and because of my contrast of living in poverty in Belarus and then coming here with so much abundance and then building my own company,
Yes.
I didn't know how to live in comfort. I knew how to live in change and
Chaos.
growth. Chaos. I wanted to put it beautifully.
No, I
Yes.
get it. I get it.
I love
I
it.
think that's the entrepreneur way. We love chaos.
Yeah.
We succeed in chaos.
Yeah.
You know, we know how to organize chaos.
Yes. We know what to do with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a
100%.
powerful thing to be able to understand what the chaos means
Yes.
and then to leverage it to grow and expand. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like in real estate space, like realtors or people get their real estate license, but they don't understand being a realtor, you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't understand that, and then
No.
they fail. Like I think it's like 90% of realtors fail the first 2-3 years.
It's not a 9 to 5.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
it's not.
a nonstop. And if you don't know
Yes.
how to serve your clients and be your own organized business, you will fail. And we see that as a track record for a lot of realtors.
What drives you?
What drives me? My children.
day-to-day.
My children. God. God crashed my life last year because I was going so fast. Because a lot of entrepreneurs get this chaos, right? When things are chaotic, we try to make something of it.
Yeah.
But God taught me I need to slow down and remove stuff. Because if I don't take care of me, I cannot be an asset to the community, to my children. I cannot be an asset to growth and expansion. So one thing I reflect on is take stuff away when things are too chaotic. Sometimes we try to add more, and that's the wrong thing to do.
What makes you listen to God's word? Because a lot of people don't listen.
Oh, that's such a great
You know what I mean?
question. Yeah, that's such a great question. So after my crash, which was so interesting, because I love to drive fast.
Me too.
Like I'm like a race car driver, but the car accident that I had, I was going 30 miles an hour, and this lady hit me, and I ran off the road and hit a pole and totaled my car.
Wow.
And I was shocked from the damage. Like I wasn't injured or anything, but I started walking after that. And God told me, you need to be still. You can do more with your stillness, and your stillness is your superpower. And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs,
powerful.
if they practice stillness and then made decisions with intention, A, we would minimize our chaos, and B, have a greater impact.
Power versus force.
That's right. Yeah, that's one of the things. It's like when you allocate time for stillness, you hear God's voice, and when you show up with authenticity and not trying to conform to the pattern of this world, but show up through a godly, more powerful presence.
Are you a coach?
I'm not. I used to be. I actually gave it up because I don't know, I got frustrated with people. I'm like, God, I can't do this. I have 2 kids, and I'm like, 2 kids is enough for me to coach them.
You're powerful.
Thank
you have
you.
a really good message.
Thank you. I mean, I lead by example, and I think I know you have kids.
Yeah.
Having children, they're watching everything you do.
Every move, every step.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say. They're going to see what you do.
Oh, yeah.
And my kids saw me go from the divorce, losing everything, being destructive, to rebuilding, crashing again, and rebuilding again.
That's powerful.
And they see my mindset revolutionized every time.
Mommy doesn't give up.
Mom does not give up,
No.
and mom steps up every time.
Yes.
And being an example, like I just did my bodybuilding competition because I kept my word to myself. A lot
Incredible.
of people.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Bodybuilding is so hard.
It's not hard. The only reason
Tell
it's
me.
hard is because it's consistent.
Yes.
And that's, as an entrepreneur, you know that consistency is key, whatever you're
Key.
building.
Yes.
And sometimes you're dealing with different variables, like, I'm a girl, I have hormones. So, like, sometimes I crave more sugar, and I'm supposed to be following my macros, and I don't want to. And that's a challenge in and of itself, is keeping that commitment to yourself. And a lot of times when people don't keep commitments to themselves, they are not authentic when they show up for their business ventures, for their
True.
clients, for their community.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
That's right. And so after my crash, commitment to myself was I'm going to learn to have a stronger conversation and relationship with God, but also self-respect and commitment to myself and my own word. A lot of people, like I said, try to add stuff, God took away, and the more I kept my commitments to myself, the more powerful I became, because the bodybuilding thing was just for fun to rebuild my confidence, and that opened doors. Next year, I'm going to be walking in New York Fashion Week and modeling,
incredible.
and I became Miss Florida Entrepreneur because I took more stuff out to create space for continuity,
You
for
gotta
discipline.
be a speaker, Christina. You gotta be a speaker.
I am a speaker.
Good. Good.
I speak. I
Good.
travel for
Thank
podcasts
God,
and interviews.
Because
Yes.
you have quite a message.
Thank you.
And you gotta share it.
Thank you.
Tell me your 5-year plan.
My 5-year plan. So I'm growing my multifamily portfolio. Within 5 years, I'd like to have 5,000 multifamily doors.
Wow.
That's on the to-do list, and of course, travel the world. Possibly have another child while I can, and definitely be married. So
Incredible. I wish you nothing but luck.
thank you so much, and same for you.
Thank you. Let's get you on the podcast.
Okay.
We'll do like an hour and a half, and we'll go deep into everything. It's gonna be incredible.
I love that. Let's do
I have
it.
a studio in Fort Lauderdale.
I know. Your
Yes.
wife told me she's been bragging on
She's
you.
my angel.
Oh,
I
she's
love her.
amazing.
She's incredible.
You guys are building something very special. And
Thank you.
family is very important. And I feel like God is the foundation of the family, and if there's a spiritual war to break our families down. As a Miss Florida Entrepreneur, I fight for families, for children, and education to bring awareness that men are leaders of the household, which I think one of my biggest topics I like to talk about is we want more men to step up and lead, and I love what you're doing. You're leading your family.
Let me know how I can help. I will be there.
Keep leading.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you for having me.
Let everyone know where they can find you.
If you want to connect with me on social media, Instagram, just my full name, Christina Creighton. I'll spell it out, Kristina, Krykhin. Shoot me a message. I'd love to help you with real estate, not paying taxes, if you need modeling advice, speaking advice, whatever, I'm here for you.
Incredible. Guys, make sure to go follow Christina, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are here in beautiful Miami, in Coconut Grove, in this beautiful mansion at a Q4 Mastermind. My guest today is Victor. How are you, sir? Welcome.
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a serial entrepreneur. Now I'm an international business consultant.
Break that down for us. What does that mean exactly? International business consultant.
Yeah, so we're an international staffing firm, you could say.
Got it.
Right? So we help companies improve employee productivity.
Got it.
While reducing labor expenses and capital X expenses. So
very cool.
We're in 23 different countries.
Wow.
So I'm able to provide talent. Imagine you have talent in the United States. I'm able to provide talent in all of Latin America, in India, Philippines, in Kenya, Egypt,
That's
Spain.
incredible.
So, anything that can be done remote, we help. So it's international because we're international, meaning we're in 23 countries for talent. And in 160 countries to do payroll for companies that want to expand their operations international, but don't want to deal well with the HR compliance and learning all that. That's how we can help.
Wow, we got to talk. I have a staff of 15 in Brazil.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, when you'll hear me speak a little later today, we actually work with several media companies, and we were helping them to be able to offset some of the pieces that could be done that they can focus on their business, even your people. It's not just about, look, I'm not about replacing employees, I'm about improving productivity. So if you can everyone can focus on producing at a higher level, their value per employee goes up. Your business goes up.
100%. How'd you get started in this?
I got fortunate, I have a good friend of mine that actually owns the parent company. After I sold my last company, called me up and said, hey, what are you doing? I wanted no more managerial pieces. I wanted to be able to expand and help businesses in what I know. And
very cool.
I owned an insurance carrier, so we had to outsource different things. So that's how I got started. Now I love it.
How many different businesses have you owned? That many, huh? No?
Only like 3.
Okay. What were they?
One was an advertising. This was back in the day when there was paper. So an advertising a magazine.
Okay.
Local for local businesses, small businesses, and so forth. That was my first one. Then the second one in 2008, I raised a $16 million, me and a partner. And started an insurance carrier like Progressive, like them. It's called Responsive Auto.
Okay.
And I ended up selling out to my partner 4 years later. We grew that to like 40 million.
Wow.
And then when I left that, I got into consulting, second stage companies that want to take it to the next level.
Yes.
And really managing their sales teams and putting processes, systems in place to be effective to scale, because people think you just throw salespeople together.
Right.
You have to have really good ramp up and things like that. So those are the companies I've had.
What drives you to take on so much risk?
Well, pressure creates diamonds, right? I was a defensive back in college.
Okay.
And I'm proud to
Where'd you
say
go to college?
I went to a small private school in New Jersey,
Okay.
Uppsala College.
I'm from New York. So
Right in Jersey. I'm a Jersey boy. And, I had 20 interceptions. And
look at that.
But you can't get 20 interceptions if you don't get beat. So I had, you just don't beat. I got beat.
Right.
People scored touchdowns on me.
Yeah, for sure.
That's risk, right? You have to have a short memory. So I think, that competitive edge drives me. Even when we went to do the capital raise, like, we just went forward to do it, and we ended up being very successful in being able to do that. So, taking on the risk, you think about it later, right? But everything is risk.
Right.
Getting in a car in 95 is risk.
It's true. What's one advice that you can provide about raising capital?
Always go for more money. People are, investors are willing to give you more capital.
Okay.
Than you expect. It's easier to raise more money than less money, believe it or not.
Really?
So it's, trying to raise $2 million compared to 16, 20, 25, because I would have raised more.
Right.
It's your opportunities are there, and know who you're going to the investors to. You want to, if you're going to raise capital, you don't want to raise capital from someone that that's 20% of their income or 30%.
Right.
You raise $2 million, that's got to be 3%, 4%, 5% of business, because then they're not going to be all over you every second. So be smart on who your investors are. And then,
that makes sense.
And make sure you have a strong employment agreement between the two. There's a lot. I mean, I could tell you about waterfalls, distribution, but and have a good attorney.
That's key. That's key. What advice would you give a young entrepreneur just getting into business?
Which is what I'm going to speak about today, is like, make sure that you're consistently focusing on working on your business and not in your business.
Okay.
Stop trying to do everything.
What's the difference?
Working in your business, because as an entrepreneur, you're the top executive, but you're also the general.
Right.
So
you're wearing all hats.
You got to throw the garbage out. You got to do it.
For sure.
But is that the best use of your time? Right. So you need to figure out what is the most highest value that you want to produce. So, for example, you want to make $150,000, that's $75 an hour. If you want to make $300,000, that's $150 an hour. You want to make $500,000, that's $250 an hour. So you better make sure that 80% of your time is spent on $250 an hour work. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So an entrepreneur, what I'm saying to you is that whatever hours you work, spend 10% of that time locked in a room thinking on the business as if you were helping out a friend, right?
It's good advice.
And that's what I would do. Remove yourself from the business, work on your business, and then try to remove, read Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek.
It's a great book.
Right? He talks about virtual assistants. He talks about, even as an entrepreneur, which is a person working for a company, right? You can be more productive. Sometimes you got to spend money to make money. So, my advice would be stay true to what you wanted to deliver and continually be the best that you could be. Example, I was a defensive back. I couldn't play linebacker and lineman at the same time.
Right.
So as an entrepreneur, focus on what you do best. In your business, you're interviewing, you're doing best, you have the vision, right? Zone in on that. Spend 10% of your work week on your business and off-site. Get out of it.
Great advice. What brought you here today?
I'm a big supporter of the dining empire, supporter of Christine and Curran and the whole group. And, I see a great opportunity for our company. But the company's name is Solvo Global.
Okay.
That's our company. I don't own this company, but it's Solvo Global. We're international. And so what brought me here was being able to do the connections and be able to talk to entrepreneurs and how I could help them and how they could help me and talk about like some of the things we're talking about now. I mean, a lot of times people know it, you got to be reminded of it, right? And that's what brought me here, to support them and be able to have an opportunity to help grow our business and maybe help. I really want to help other people as well.
Let's switch tracks real quick. Tell me the importance of family.
Families, it's God, family, and everything else. So the importance of family.
You have kids?
I have two, yes. I have a 28-year-old and a 27 and a 24-year-old.
Wow.
Boy, girl. I'm proud of both of them. They both graduated college. I've been married for 28 years.
Very nice.
So, you burn your boat, you burn your boats and always make time. So, as busy as I've been and doing the work that I do, I always spend time coaching my kids, my son and my daughter. That's got to be a key component of walk away, A lot of people are super successful, but their family life is not as successful. You want to balance those out.
How do you want the world to remember you?
I want the world to remember me by the ability to get knocked down and to get up with tenacity. Let nothing stop you, no matter going through the valleys, the good and the bad. And I want them to remember me as a good man to my family and my family in general. I mean, we're a big family. We're from New York, New Jersey. I want the world to remember me for making an impact in other people's lives, really. Just not only just my family, but anyone who ever worked with me. I'm always so excited that they've been able to move up, running other companies, been able to get promoted. So I want to be remembered that, hey, he always wanted to see the success of other people. That's what drives me. So the money and stuff comes if you produce, You know what I mean? But produce, deliver.
I love that. Thank you, Victor. Let everyone know where they can find you, your social media, your website, whatever you want to share.
Well, my Instagram is victor.growsrevenue. So Victor Grows Revenue with a...
Yes, he does.
With a point in between. Victor Point Grows Revenue is my Instagram. My X is at @VArocho, AROCHO. And you can catch me on LinkedIn. You catch me on, pretty much any of the social media channels.
Incredible, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your dedication to entrepreneurs, and I wish you nothing but success.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm excited you're right around the corner from me.
Yes.
You're doing an excellent job. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Let's get you on the podcast.
Clean up in aisle 4.
Exactly. Let's schedule a time. Let's get you in my studio, and we'll do an hour-long episode. It'll be great.
Let's do it, man.
Thank you, Victor.
Pleasure. God bless.
God bless. Guys, go follow Victor. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. See you guys next time. Welcome to another live episode of Out of the System. We are here in beautiful Miami Grove at a Q4 Mastermind. Private invite only. My guest today is the architect of this beautiful mansion that we're in. Hi, George.
Hey, nice
How
to
are
see
you?
you. Indeed, I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an architect, obviously. I design all sorts of structures. But kind of the bread and butter is the houses, these luxury houses, but I designed the Brickell Bridge. I've designed a number of buildings, large buildings up and down US 1.
That's incredible.
Yeah, thank you. I'm also a University of Miami professor.
That's
at the
awesome.
school. Yeah.
What made you want to be an architect?
It chose me. I didn't
Did it
choose
really?
it. Yeah.
Yeah?
I've been drawing stairs since I was 3.
Really?
Kind of weird, but
That's so awesome.
yeah.
How much math is in architecture?
For me, a lot.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah. I've always loved math, and I specialize in proportioning systems. So it's all about math for me,
Yes.
along with other things, right? History, aesthetics, sociology.
Right.
It's really about the people that occupy these spaces.
How important is history in architecture?
It's very important to me. I teach history, actually.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's very important. I mean, what's interesting is that the city is still the most important invention humankind has ever made.
Right.
We still need it every day.
Yeah.
It's like a garment. We put it on. It's never been discarded.
That's
and
true.
it's ever changing. So you can keep thinking of any invention, all inventions. The city is still the most durable, the most resilient invention humankind has ever made. It's shaped us into what we are.
Very true.
Yeah.
Where do you see architecture going? Let's say 10, 15 years down the line.
Well, I want to deflect back to you.
Okay.
You were talking to the group here tonight.
Yes.
And you mentioned about the importance of narrative and story.
Correct.
And real connection.
Yes.
Right? I think that's where architecture will always be.
Got it.
It will always be at that intersection of what being human is.
That was a great connection.
Yeah. And about propagating that.
Do you think homes are going to be more earth friendly?
They need to be more
Yeah, I
earth
think it's
friendly.
more earth friendly.
They have to be more earth friendly. But there'll always be that kind of sanctuary, that place of refuge, or that place in which you open to the community, but they're people that you want to invite. You know, that's a difference from the public realm.
Right.
When you work in the public realm, it's different than when you work in the private realm.
Did you hear about what Saudi Arabia wanted to do to create that line?
Yeah, the tunnels.
Well, no, it was like a 3 to 5 mile line
Yeah,
where they were going to build homes in that line.
yeah,
It was going to be an entire city that the whole idea was that it's 15 minutes to everywhere.
yeah,
Very interesting architecture that they wanted to design in the desert.
yeah.
What do you think about projects like that that basically tests the limit of humanity?
So those are usually called utopian projects.
Yes.
There have been many linear cities proposed over the centuries, over the millennia that architecture's existed. The problem with the linear system is it doesn't have the connected tissue. When you think of a spider web,
Yes.
you get more points of intersection.
Right.
When you think of a line,
That's a great point.
it's like a linear table. You can
Right.
talk to the guy on your right or your left or across, but that's it.
Very true.
Right. So I think it's more about complex connections, complex intersections, complex geometries.
Tell me how architecture transfers to your day-to-day life.
It is my day-to-day life. Except I share it with the people I love.
Is there anything that you've learned within your job that's a useful skill for life?
You know, what I've learned is that you can find beauty in just about anything. And you have to right size to the occasion.
Right.
So the Japanese are experts at this, right? They find beauty in watching rain drop,
Yes.
in the simplest of things, but they're extraordinary things. And on the other hand, Western culture has extraordinary sense of beauty that is more complex and more frontal. But I think you can calibrate to any occasion. I think that's the beauty of architecture. It really can be local, and it can be unique, and it can be specific, and it can be for you.
That's
Right?
awesome.
It's a form of portraiture.
Yes.
You're the subject, the setting is the site, and I can be the painter.
The house is your canvas.
The house is the canvas.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Share with us some words of wisdom that you've learned from your experience living life.
Well, I mean, the most important thing is connectedness, is kindness, is keeping ourselves on the right side of life. Be considerate to one another. Everything else follows, right?
How do you want the world to remember you?
Well, I'd like the world to remember me as a good person, a father and a grandfather, and a person that liked to produce beautiful things and put them on the earth.
Incredible. Please let everyone know where they can find you, your social media, your website. How can they connect with you?
So my website is www.jlharchitect.com, and my Instagram is jlharchitect.com, And my email is jorge@jlharchitect.com.
Jorge, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure meeting
It's been
you.
a pleasure meeting you and your wife.
Thank you.
Lovely people.
Right back at you.
Good evening.
Guys, go follow Jorge, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are back at the Q4 Mastermind in beautiful Miami, Coconut Grove. My guest today is...
Zohair Shaban.
How are you, sir?
Amazing. Another day in paradise.
Amen. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in Gaza. I came to United States 1984. I went to Rutgers as a student, MIT, studied mechanical engineering, computer
Incredible.
science. I moved to Miami in 1988. I love the beach.
I was born in 88.
Well, I finished college at that time, but I never finished, because you always learn until you die.
Yes.
Secondly, I started teaching in UM. I started my own business. I worked for Bertram Yacht, designed diesel engine for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, and I teach in UM as a drawing engineering for a couple semesters.
That's incredible.
I was at that. But in the meanwhile, I was seeking for a better place in life. You know, the money they pay you wasn't really not what you're looking for.
Right.
They said
Can't build
America,
a family, can't buy a house.
and I proved that to you later. America fell American, unfortunately. But we go back to visit a little bit. Back, I started my own business 1991. Actually, I paid somebody to learn about computers at that time. And 92, I opened my own business, which is computer parts and accessories.
Okay.
I started bringing parts from China and distribute it like
Smart.
and then
Back in 91, you were already wholesaling.
100%.
Wow.
We used to do, like I used to be my mentor, Bill Gates, all these guys, Steve, Apple, all these guys that we used to host that in Las Vegas.
Wow.
It used to be the Comdex. Then I started visiting Comdex in China, 1996. It's a huge difference. At that time, computers was, how it was.
I know.
We used to do about 5.5 million a month.
Wow.
At that time, imagine.
That's incredible.
And today, it's your phone actually is your life, your computer. I start doing security after 9/11. We
Smart.
Palestinian.
Yeah.
You get the whole harassment from
Right.
everywhere.
Right. All that
But
bullshit.
it's cool. Yeah, exactly. It is.
It is.
Because nobody was born in the United States except the people who said,
Correct.
That's the only people say, oh, I'm American, yes. As well as my kids, as well as me, I carry American passport.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
everybody, we have people from everywhere. We're the melting pot. And I started doing fiber optics. I learned the fiber optic. I did the
Wow.
whole infrastructure for Fisher Island.
Really?
I did 2005. I did Bob Marley Museum in Jamaica.
That's awesome.
I did all the women gym in all over Mexico, and now I did all Gen Care and Chin Medical back in the 90s, the 2007. I started traveling to the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas. Then I opened a restaurant in the Bahamas. Then I own a hotel in the Bahamas. Then, COVID. You have to shut down. You lose a few $1 million, you're back in life. You start all over again. But never ended. That's my life.
What drives you every day? What drives you every day?
The only one, right? The people you surround with, God sent me beautiful people around me, and that's what you got. You associated with the right people, you win. They said always, everybody knows.
It's so true.
Look
at this place. Look at this room. All these people here.
Well, 80% know who I am, actually. That's why I said who doesn't know me. You're one of them. But I've been building our legacy, you know.
Yes.
And it's very important, you know, especially somebody came from Gaza. We have almost nothing to become something and help others. My company had 23 employees at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know how it is. It's
Yeah.
still, we're building very well, good constructions with IT technology, fiber optics, all the low voltage from gardening to automation to studios. I built a lot of studios.
That's awesome.
You know, all that about it. That's basically, and we're growing our business every day. You leverage people to win together. That's what it is.
Speaking of Gaza, do you plan to go there and help rebuild?
If we allowed to, nobody allowed to go there.
Really?
Yeah, I left 1992 escaping from Gaza. And guess what? You get arrested in Jordan.
Wow.
People, they don't know what's happening out there. Literally, they don't.
They really don't.
No, it's all about money. I have 155 killed on my family, my father, my brother, my cousin. As of last week or so, 11 killed. What
Wow.
peace we talk about?
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and that's why. Talk about Brazil. There's what, 65,000 in the street in one city. I never visit Brazil, but
A month ago, they were having shootouts in the city between the cops.
I heard about it.
It was insane. My family was calling me in terror. It was
Imagine you live your life in that.
it's
I was shot when I
terrifying.
was 9 years old.
Wow.
You know, and imagine you living all your life that, and that's why when people complaining or they said, "Oh my God, the traffic. Oh my God, this."
They don't get it.
You don't get it.
No, they don't get it.
You're alive, yes. You have two legs, yes. And I always say, people in life, they give up so fast.
Yeah.
They try business once, twice, three times. What happened?
They give up?
Why you didn't give up when you were a kid? You know, as a kid, you fail 17 times an hour.
Oh, yes.
2,883 in your life, you fail.
Yes.
But we programmed to win. But guess what? We become lazy. And that's the point where people say, what's going on? You become lazy. As a human, you have to have your own drive.
Yes.
You wake up in the morning, you thank God, you look around, and who you want to help, who you want to win with, who you want to collaborate with, who's your team is. You know what I mean? Hey, sometimes people, they don't listen to their teams, and that's another thing.
That's so true.
You think you know it all. You see that guy sitting? Maybe he knows something you never know.
100%.
You see that beautiful lady sitting over there? She knows things, even age different. They knew technology.
For sure.
They were born with phones.
Yes.
You know what? I was born with a beeper, not even. You know the beeper
Yes,
goes ding,
I had
ding,
one.
ding, ding.
Yes.
You know, my first phone was bigger than that. Freaking
That big brick.
the brick you carry
I
it like in
remember.
a car. I
Yeah.
have it still in my collection.
That's nice.
You know, Bell South. Remember Bell South? The big
Yes.
damn ass phone. You have to like, it's like 20 pounds brick. You can kill somebody with.
What
But
would
if-
you say to an entrepreneur starting out today?
Do what you love the most. Do what you love the most and work on it, because if you don't love it, there is no drive.
It's true.
If you don't love what you do, why are you doing it? You're just living and dying in the same time.
Yes.
You're leveling up. You become the 40-40-40 plan. You work for 40 hours a week for 40 years for 40% of your money. And that's what failed American. Why you think these old people working in Walmart and
What a great line. 40-40-40. I like that.
yeah, 40 hours. America system, that's what it is. And that's what you want to learn and shift, whereas you want to be like, hey,
Right.
why people love to do getting orders, you know? They program.
Yeah.
You program, hey, you have to be at work 9 o'clock. Check in, check
Like a
out.
robot.
Yeah, we 5. Why? You have opportunity to be better for yourself. But since you become lazy about even yourself,
Yeah.
that's what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm out there also. I get lazy sometimes.
Right.
You know, like anything
But
else.
you've worked very hard.
I still do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there is no stopping. My grandfather lived 115. Why he didn't stop? You stop, you die.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what you do. You have to keep going. You know, like you say, oh, Z, you're a robot. You need to take time yourself. I do. I really do. I do take time to myself.
Smell the roses.
Yeah, but guess what? I love what I'm doing every day. That's my time. You know, like, I love when these people say, hey, Zohair, you need to do this. You're not my boss. Not even my wife tell me what to do, honestly. You know, if you're watching, she doesn't tell me what to do, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know what my goals are, and I want to work towards my legacy, my work, my team who want to jump in. I'm the captain of the ship. I tell people, you jump with me or keep swimming. Which one better for you?
Amen.
Yeah, which one for you? You want to keep swimming? Good, keep swimming. Or like the train, it's not going to stop. You keep going and keep going and keep going. If you're not there for your goals and motivation, nobody gonna motivate you. You have to motivate yourself. Yeah, we listen to all these motivators.
Right.
Tony Robbins, a great guy. Patrick B. David, great guy. Our president, a great guy. But if you're not doing nothing about it, you're doing nothing. You wanna watch these people? Go watch them. They're all over YouTube. But
We're
what
gonna
do you
leave
do
that-
with it? What do you do with it?
Right.
That's the whole thing. What you do, what you're listening to.
You gotta take action.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
that's-
just listen. You gotta listen and execute.
And that's what I am, you know? Nike didn't say I've tried to do it.
No, just do it.
Exactly, and that's what you do. He said, oh, you're scared of fail. It's great. You fail?
You learn.
Great.
Yes.
You know what? It's another experience. And hey, Michael Jordan, 9,000 shots to become Michael Jordan.
Yes.
He didn't give up.
No.
Kobe Bryant, God bless his soul. Everybody's sleeping, he's shooting.
Yes.
You know, and that's what you want to be like. You know, I start, you know, like with motivation and so forth. The people around you push you. Hey, Z, you can do this, or you can do that, or around. You have to surround yourself with the right people. You know, I start waking up like an hour earlier. Why? I jump in the damn pool every morning for a cold plunge or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like
I love
it's
that,
1:05,
Z.
you know, like
Yeah.
and that's what, you know. Nobody tell me, hey, you need to jump in the pool, or you need to do this, or they need to do this or do that. You know, you guard your dues.
Z, do me a favor. Let everyone know where they can find you. Your website, your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever you want to share.
My name, Zohair, no hair, but Zohair, Zoheir. Last name Shaban, Shaban.
Perfect.
And my website, ASI-Miami for my security company, or Z Financial Group, Instagram, or my name, or YouTube channel. And we start another YouTube channel.
Nice.
Cigar Talks. That's to create another YouTube channel.
I got to bring you to my studio.
Absolutely.
So we go for an hour and a half.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Thank you, Z. I appreciate
Thank
you, my brother.
I appreciate you too.
Guys, go follow Z, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. See you guys next time. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are still here at Q4 Mastermind in beautiful Miami, Coconut Grove. My guest today is Amin. Welcome to the show.
Hello, nice to see you, Leo.
How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Your pleasure. Tell me a little bit about yourself, sir.
Sure. I am an entrepreneur. I am a father of a 11-year-old son and been married for 20 years.
Okay. How old's your son?
11 years old.
Okay.
11 years old. And I was born and raised in Philadelphia, first generation born.
Go Birds.
My parents were from Iran, immigrant parents, and moved here in '63.
Wow.
I'm first generation born in the U.S. and grew up in Philadelphia, and then lived in Manhattan for 26 years.
Nice.
And freshly new to South Florida about 3.5 years now.
Got it. What do you do exactly?
So my company, I'm the CEO and founder of SPS Worldwide. We are a premier production company specializing in luxury visual retail, meaning that we build pop-up shops, we build window displays. We do large and grand scale activations. We
That's
do
incredible.
Custom premium programs, and we specifically cater to the high-end luxury markets, the Louis Vuittons, the Gucci's, the Fendi's, the Pradas of the world, as well as high-end enterprise corporations.
So you're telling me that during Christmas, all those stores on Fifth Avenue, you've worked on those stores?
100%.
That's incredible.
All the facades that you see, the building wraps up to 30
Yes.
stories, you name it. You walk down Fifth Avenue. I used to give people tours of our work.
That's
down
awesome.
Fifth Avenue, and don't forget Madison Avenue
Yes.
as well.
I mean, during Christmas, that's a highlight.
That is the showstopper.
Fifth Avenue slows down if you're driving.
100%.
Yeah.
That is, and most of those stores, believe it or not, are lost leaders. They're not profitable, but they make a statement. If you're not on Fifth Avenue, if you're not in Rodeo Drive, or if you're not in the Design District,
Right.
you're not validated in the ultra luxury world.
Right. Your business is very niche and very high end.
Correct.
It's very interesting how, like, you would think that there wouldn't be a market for that, but there's a huge market.
It's a massive market, and the funny thing is, when you say that, the number one thing people say to me when I tell them what I do and I show them what I do, they're like, I always wondered who did that.
Yes, 100%.
I always wondered who put this stuff, who made the backgrounds and showcasing the product. Because at the
Right.
end of the day, what we do is we really study our clients. We study their mission, their vision, their core values, who their ideal customers are, who they are as a brand,
Right.
what do they stand for, and then we help them, guide them in delivering that message, that mission, their values, and translating it out into the world. And as you will know, that is, especially in the past 3 years, is making a major shift.
Do your clients come to you knowing what they want? Or is it a back and forth that you guys decide what's going to display, what's going to happen?
20, 60, 20.
Okay,
20%, this is what I want, make it happen.
got it.
60%, this is what I'm looking at. We collaborate, well, because a lot of times designers love to design.
Right.
But what's buildable and what's designable can be a disconnect. So we'll make it into a workable piece that can be built, and then we will move forward. So that 60% is a collaboration.
Got it.
20% is they come to us and say, we're thinking of doing something for holiday. Do you have some ideas? And that's when we go to work with storyboards and the storytelling.
Got it.
And
Have you ever said no to an idea? Have you ever said no to an idea?
absolutely,
Yeah?
I have.
Was it too big, undoable?
No, it had a proven track record of loss.
Got it.
And believe it or not, about 10 years ago, it was over a $150,000 job to me.
Wow.
And I told them, keep the money and let's focus on another program. Because what they wanted to do, I had done for 3 clients before and miserably failed as a promotion.
You're an honorable man.
Well,
Because you
at the
could
end
have
of the day,
easily taken the money.
I could easily taken the money and
said, "Fuck you,"
no
literally.
ROI.
Yeah.
But that's why we've had these clients for 18, 19, 20 years, and we're a 24-year-old company.
Wow.
In fact, my first client that I ever had was before I started my company. I was 24 years old and I walked into Boeing. And ignorance is bliss because I was too young and dumb to know I shouldn't be there. And I just said, hey, my name's Amin. You're Boeing. What do you have? And they're still clients today.
Wow.
And because of love, taking care of them, and we
Full
love what we
confidence and
do.
courage.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You have to be bold. If you're not bold, then you're not going to stand out. And I don't mean obnoxious bold. I don't mean
I get
being
it.
a bold. You've just got to show up and stand up. Because if you lay down, what's the alternative? You're going to fail. So be bold. Get out there and but go out there with an armed knowledge. Know what you want. Be focused. Because if you're scattered, you're going to scatter your clients, and they're never going to understand you.
Tell me how you teach your son to be bold.
I teach him. I put general guardrails in, and I allow him to explore. I allow him. He wants to explore religions. He wants to explore different, sports. He wants to explore this. I'm not gonna let him not explore. I want him to find his way. I put the guardrails.
I love that.
Not let him go off track, but I allow him to explore. And in that, he finds his passion.
I love that.
And that's what my dad did for me. I went to college. I said, Dad, he said, what do you want to major in? I said, I want to be a business major. He said, why? He said, I'm going to be a big-time businessman. He said, son, I'm a doctor, but yet I own a business. I trade stocks. I buy and sell real estate. I'm a businessman. And again, this is back in the day, business person being PC today.
Right.
But this is my father talking to young son.
That's great advice, though.
And he said, go to college, do what you love, find what you're passionate about, forget about the rest, forget about the money, forget about it, find your passion, and then everything else will fall into place, and then go after that passion like nothing else. And that's what I did.
That's beautiful advice.
And I started by taking an internship at a marketing company, literally packing boxes, putting labels on, shipping them out. Then went up to being an assistant, then went into sales, and then got recruited by a company in New York.
People don't value internships anymore.
No.
And starting at the bottom, they don't value that.
You know what? Because people are watching and scrolling through and saying, oh, I made 15 million, I made 20 million.
It's bullshit.
But it is bullshit. Some of that is real, right? And I call that stepping in shit. You got lucky, you stepped in
100%.
Shit. Or some people have a great idea and it takes off.
Right.
But that's it's like hitting the lottery.
Right.
And honestly, why I believe our company is one of the best in the country at what we do is because everybody that works at my company all started at the bottom. And they work their way up. My right arm, personal right arm, started in my company 23 years ago as a bike messenger.
That's incredible.
And now he handles my biggest accounts.
Wow, I love how you value all your employees. That's incredible.
Absolutely. And in fact, I just said employee, I almost never say that. I say team members. Because I feel that devalues them. Because they're not, I get employees paid to work. I pay them for their passion.
Tell me how you want the world to remember you.
I want them to remember me as somebody who cared and took care of others the way that that was important to them. Because it's not about me. It's not about, I don't live my life about me. There are certain things that are my goals and aspirations.
Yeah.
But in giving, I believe you got to give to receive. So I'm the first one to put my hand out. And my father taught me that. If you put your hand out and somebody slaps it, then you know what you got. If you put your hand out and somebody takes your hand and shakes it, now you know you got something.
And that's a mic drop. We're going to leave it at that. I mean, let everyone know where they can find you.
They can find us at spsworldwide.com or on Instagram at spsworldwide or Amin_Nassiri. That's AMEEN_NASSIRI.
I mean, you're incredible. I love what you do. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you
for being on the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys, go follow Amin, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are still here in beautiful Miami, Coconut Grove, Q4 Mastermind. We got my man Albert. What's up, bro?
Mr. Leo.
It's been a while. How you been, bro?
I am doing amazing. Did even more amazing things since
That's incredible. Tell me, how is the tax world treating you?
Dude, the tax world is amazing. I get to meet beautiful people. It makes me go out and meet new people like you.
Yeah.
Because I always like to grow and new. And I get to do cool things with my family because I can do whatever I want, anytime I want.
How long have you been in business?
40, we just closed 40 years.
40 years. That's quite an accomplishment.
Yes, sir.
Not many can say that.
Yes, sir.
Most businesses don't make 5 years.
Right.
Incredible. What made you become an entrepreneur?
Because, well, my father was always one. But
What did he do?
Huh?
What did he do?
My father came from Lebanon with a suitcase, He got into real estate, got into motels. I graduated University of South Florida. Couldn't get a job.
You were born in Florida?
No, but I grew up we moved to Miami Springs, Florida when I was 10.
Got it.
And that's where I still live. So if you say 10 out of 60, 55
Pretty
years,
much.
55 out of 65 in Miami Springs. I guess I grew up there.
Yeah, pretty much. So tell me, what'd you go to school for?
I went to school for public administration.
How'd you get into taxes and accounting?
Well, that's the funny story. So I graduated University of South Florida, couldn't get a job. I was working in my parents' motel. Lebanese say you always have to work. One day, mom comes up to me, so I'm working with them, and mom comes up to me, you owe the IRS. Now, I was working for them, but as a Lebanese kid, paid for my car, did everything, but I never got a W-2 form, 1099, I got paid, cars, whatever. She said, Albert, yeah, mom, you owe the IRS. I go, huh? What's that? Who's that? Yeah, get your pen, you gotta owe the government.
Okay.
But that put me on the mission to figure out the why. And the why kept building.
So 40 years later, tell me one of your biggest downfalls that you've had in 40 years. Any stumbles, any any setbacks?
Probably we never had any setbacks in a sense, because it was always just figuring out.
That's incredible.
The setbacks was I started off and we did a bunch of things. So
How was COVID for you?
I did better than ever.
Did you really?
Because the real thing about COVID was I was already doing, ready for this one there, Leo? We were doing remote tax returns. I don't know how old your clients are, but we were doing remote stuff since the days of fax machines. We were already doing email returns and fax returns since 1990.
Wow.
So remote, it actually blew up my business even more, because now people who would come in, I can't come in. Well, I got people who've never come in since. They email me the returns. We do the returns. We call you back as if you're sitting next to us. And now I got plenty of people. Can I tell you one of the funny stories?
Please.
I got somebody maybe four blocks from my office. They got scared from COVID. They didn't want to come in. So guess what? Now they email everything in.
That's incredible.
But 4 blocks. Like that one?
What drives you?
I think success. Success is a game. Success is in numbers. You got to go out and hustle and do something.
Yeah.
Because I want to do cool stuff, and broke people can't do cool stuff. I'm sorry to tell you.
They can't. They can try. They can watch you do cool stuff.
They can watch cool stuff.
On Instagram.
Right. Or I'll tell you another great story. So if you ever go to my office or follow me on Instagram, I got a whole wall full of stuff. I've been on airplanes. I rode Indy cars.
You rode an Indy car?
I rode an Indy car.
How was that?
Oh, that was...
Were you driving or just a passenger?
No, I was in the back.
Got it.
It was at the Indianapolis. I was at Vegas track.
That's awesome.
And funny thing is, it took you 40 minutes to get suited up, and you did 3 laps at 180 miles an hour.
And you're done.
And you're done. I'm saying, shit, is it over? Well, that was pretty cool.
Did you feel car sick or no?
Oh, no, it goes too fast.
Albert, tell me something that you can share to a struggling entrepreneur.
I'd say 2 things. Don't give up. And just start watching. If you're broke, no money, keep the grind going and watch a lot of YouTube videos. YouTube is the best way. If you have no money, YouTube's the best way to learn.
I would say YouTube and ChatGPT. Those 2 together go far.
Right, right. No, but I still say...
Just YouTube?
Well, chat is second, but here's why YouTube is better.
Tell me.
Because with YouTube, you can ask it a question, and you're going to get an expert teach you ABC.
That's true.
If you don't like what ABC did, you put it back in, and you're gonna get different. It's like...
And it's visual. It's a visual also.
Not only that, but think of it as you're getting coaches and mentors. And a different variety, different voice.
Flavor, yeah.
Flavor, I like that word.
Yeah.
Because ChatGPT is not going to give you a flavor.
It's true. Albert, what's your 5-year plan?
Not to retire. But my 5-year plan is to make more so I can give more away.
Okay. You want to give it away? Is that what you want to do?
I mean, I got kids and grandkids.
Got it.
But you got to even make more so you can give more away.
I agree. It's incredible, man. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
40 years of greatness. Where can everybody find you?
Well, can I give everybody a free gift?
Please.
So if you want to know 8 ways you can put money in your pocket almost instantly, you can go to CoreyBiz.com, Corey, CoreyBiz.com, or you can find everything about Albert, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at BetterCallAlbert.com.
Incredible. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Guys, go follow Albert, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time. Welcome back to another episode of Out of the System. We are killing it today. We are still here at Q4 Mastermind. Who do I have the lovely pleasure of speaking to today?
My name is Gloria Garcia, and they call me AKA Glow Star.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, a little bit about myself. Pretty much, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've always had the entrepreneur spirit. And pretty much since I was in my 20s, I've had a luxury concierge hospitality company called Live Rich. And pretty much I've kept that business throughout the years because of what the type of people that I brought, the network it built for me. So I said, you know what, I have to keep that. And plus I love servicing, you know, putting all this luxury stuff together, making sure people in the entertainment business have
How did you start this company?
Actually, I started working with a company on South Beach called Carefree Lifestyle. They were actually my first mentors, and I said, you know what? I could do this by myself. I pretty much ran the front office. I started learning the business and, you know, the way it was servicing people and the famous artists and different people, business, corporate. It was all type of people that actually rent, you know, luxury rentals. So it was amazing.
That's incredible. What were the main services that were provided then that you do now?
Pretty much when it comes to luxury rentals, it's more just the rentals. It's a service of entertainment as far as like luxury events. It goes into events. It goes into experiences. Because of this field, when I do events, I do it with an experience. And I've learned that at a younger age. People just started learning that later on, but I've always done an experience because that's what gravitates to people.
It's memorable.
Yes. Right.
It's very cool. What drives you?
What drives me? Pretty much what drives me is my self-drive and what I have come through with the background of being raised and what I went through as a hardship. I'm an advocate for women empowerment, and I really, really feel that a woman, where it comes from anywhere, I come from abuse. So that pretty much puts some fuel into me and saying that there's no excuse for anything in what you do because of the trauma. And having trauma at an early age, for some reason, put fuel in my system to be an advocate for women empowerment, making, you know, helping other women, because I had such a shitty upbringing, and in reality, there's no excuse in anything when you come from shit. You know, you outgrow it, you level up, and, you know, don't use excuses and help others.
What would you say to a young woman currently going through this situation?
I pretty much say that find your inner self of who you are. Everybody has a light. Just make sure you have that light always glowing. Don't dim it. They call me Glow Star because I'm always making sure everybody's light is lit, because I have that strong fuel inside me. It does get draining up sometimes. So I have to recharge. But I feel like it's a gift that I was born with, because you ask yourself, why did you get put through so much shit? And you ask your questions over the years while you're healing. Mind you, a healing process is forever. Healing does not stop.
No.
It does not stop. So making sure you find that light and you stay lit and help others. Give forward. You know, be at service, not transactional. I know everything is a business, but
Yeah.
God would bless you regardless if you keep serving.
How do you recharge?
I actually meditate, I breathe work. I am a Cancer, so I'm always by water. I make sure I'm always barefooted. I hug trees.
You're
guys.
grounding yourself.
I hug trees. I love nature. I pretty much, when I meet people, I hug, I tap them. I believe now in human connection and staying alive because of what's happening with AI and robots. Pretty much with the business I have going on now, Brickle Wall Street. We have a new project, a book release, actually that we're coming out with for children.
Wow.
Financial literacy call collection just for children.
That's incredible.
And why that's special to me is because what's happening now, jobs are going to be obsolete. Our children have to learn all of financial literacy, crypto, real estate at an earlier age. So we did this collection of books that even starting at 5-year-olds, you can start reading it. And what is that?
That's so
solve?
cool. Let me know what those books are.
Yes.
I have a 6-year-old.
Yes. But you know what that's going to solve?
Tell me.
When the parents, minorities, are reading to their children, they're actually learning while the children are reading.
Oh, that's so
now
smart.
they get to read about crypto, real estate, budgeting, financial literacy.
That makes sense.
So we're killing two birds with one stone in the home.
Wow.
And
That's
once again,
brilliant.
we get this education at an earlier age. Now they can become pros at AI because that's what's here. That's
Right.
what's in the trends.
Right.
But our curriculums these days, they don't have financial literacy.
They really don't.
No.
I feel like education comes second in this country.
Right.
It shouldn't be that way.
Right.
It should be number one.
Right.
You know, our kids are our future.
They are definitely our future.
Yeah.
Definitely our future.
And I think we sometimes care more about the kids in the belly than out the belly.
Right.
You know?
Right. Right. And I'm an immigrant descent from Colombia.
I'm from Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
My grandparents died. What a headache. They didn't leave no wills, no insurance, no nothing. So I'm the first to graduate, and I will be the first to leave a legacy.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have a 29-year-old son. His name is Ezekiel, and I have a 23-year-old daughter. And I have a almost 2-year-old granddaughter. I'm
That's
a grandma.
incredible. How do you want them to remember you?
How I want them to remember me, I really want them to remember that I made an impact. I made some impact in servicing and memory that I make them better. I always told my kids, I want you guys to be better than me. You know, I want you to be better. And this generation, I do see them as different.
Yeah.
But they're not as on the go as like us. They're a little bit content and confused, or so
A lot of technology.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. The technology is taking away their
Critical thinking.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's incredible. What are your next 5-year plan?
So we're growing the wealth conference, Brickle Wall Street. One of the reasons we created Brickle Wall Street, me and another co-founder, his name is Andrew Balcom, because Brickle is a new hub for finance right now.
It really is. It's crazy.
So
it's leaving New York and coming to Miami.
yes,
Yeah.
and this is why we started it. We wanted to make Brickle Wall Street, Miami, the new home of Wall Street, inviting New Yorkers.
Brickle
because-
Wall Street. I like
Yes,
that.
Yes. Yes, the brand is expanding just more than a wealth conference. We're getting into memberships. We're creating different events as well. And also we're coming out with the collection. So pretty much the vision and goal for Brickle Wall Street is amazing, great deal making sure that everybody's vetted, the companies are vetted, the individuals are vetted, making sure that they're real business people. Because what happens in Miami, I gotta tell you the truth.
Right.
I call it the Miami Bullshit Shuffle. And I want to make sure that, businesses are who they say they are, and there's great, amazing, genuine people at the conferences.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Where can people find you and connect with you?
You can go to bricklewallstreet.com, and pretty much there you have our email. Our email is bricklewallstreet@gmail.com. And if you need to contact us directly on WhatsApp, it's 561-870-1234.
Incredible. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Let's schedule a time to
Okay.
get you in my studio.
Okay.
And we'll go for an hour and a half.
Really?
Yes.
Amazing.
It'll be incredible.
Amazing. You're teaching me my new pot skill skills.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are still here at beautiful Miami, Coconut Grove, Q4 Mastermind. I have the honor and the pleasure to be here with David. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How's everybody here?
Incredible. What an incredible event. What an incredible mastermind. I feel like it was the right people here.
Yeah, that was the thing about being private, right?
Yes.
It's about vetting the people that were here. And we basically, what Janelle was telling me and Christine and Benny, was that it was really more about the leader in communities. We wanted leaders in each organization, leaders in the real estate business.
That's incredible.
So we got the leaders now. Now the goal is to expand it, right? So they can tell other people about what we're doing.
That's awesome. David, tell me a little bit about you.
So I'm from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. At about the age of 12 years old, I had this little word that I felt it was God speaking to me, telling me I'm going to inspire millions of people. And I thought it was going to be playing basketball or modeling or whatever. Every time that I did something, I felt like this was how I'm going to inspire millions. What I did not know was that at the age of 29, I was going to get diagnosed with terminal cancer. And that was like the day that I remember getting that, I blacked out. I played sports, football, baseball, track, you name it. I tried it or played it.
Right.
I never blacked out. But I heard the word cancer, like most people, and I blacked out while I was giving blood, which I used to donate blood, so it wasn't giving blood.
Wow.
It was the word now became real. I knew going to the doctor that I felt a lump, so I knew it was cancer.
Where?
I had a feeling. It was originally in my testicle. So it was originally diagnosed as testicular cancer.
Wow.
So again, Lance Armstrong, hey, he survived the worst case.
Right.
I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
And then they called me a few days later and say, David, you don't have testicular cancer. You have what's called immature teratoma. I said, okay, well, if it's immature, it's probably curable.
Right.
It's the opposite. An immature teratoma grows different types of cancers very rapidly and very aggressive, and is very terminal.
Wow.
There's not that many cases of people that ever survived it, and the people that did survive it is because it didn't spread.
Wow.
So little by little, my mind just went to a different place. And I remember cursing God. I remember being mad at God. I remember saying, what the did I do
to deserve this? Yeah.
Right? And I tell people all the time, I said, throughout our lives, if I ask you one question, you're going to deny it, and it's completely false, is who do you blame throughout your life? We blame things every single day.
We do.
I don't care how old you are, we start blaming other people,
our
parents, our friends, our relationships.
We point the finger out and not in.
Never in. So I blamed God at that moment. The difference was that God spoke back and said, you can curse me out, you can blame me, you can say whatever you want to say, but at least you're talking to me. And I tell you, that was my kneel down moment. People think it's other times. No, it was that moment after I got diagnosed at the age of 29 that I heard that voice, and it was the same voice that I heard when it said, you're going to inspire millions. Those 2 years became my preparation.
Wow.
Those 2 years was what God was preparing me. So I was a speaker, but I wasn't speaking. I went back to speaking. I used to do events. I wasn't doing events. I started doing events. I started using my own gyms that I was running. I was a manager of health clubs my whole life. I was a healthy guy, man, long hair, shredded. I was on billboards. I got a chance to do calendars and model and fashion shows for over 10 years.
Wow.
But I get this diagnosis, and I'm like, okay, but I started doing the things that I forgot that I was good at, that I should have been doing the whole time. Started doing that, and at the same time, God's kind of telling me, like, hey, you're going to go through something worse. I just had surgery that time. The surgery was removed. They said there was nothing left. It was encapsulated. But then 2 years when it came back, I was prepared for the battle because I had 2 years of preparation. Like if I would have had, the cancer would have spread the first time, I wouldn't have survived.
Wow.
The second time it came out, I had those 2 years of literally relying on God and saying, okay, I'm going to pray, I'm going to listen, I'm going to be obedient, and I'm going to be consistent on my next step.
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
What made you listen? Because you could have stayed angry.
The voice.
You could have gotten like resentful,
Yeah.
rebelled?
Yes.
What
So
made
it
you
was
say,
the- it
God,
was-
I'm gonna listen?
It was the voice because it dropped me to my knees. I mean, I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop anything. It was like I dropped to my knees because that voice was the same voice that I listened at the age of 12. I was playing basketball in Marquesina in the driveway in my mom's dad's house in Bayamón, Puerto Rico. And that voice said, and I went to my mom immediately. I said, Mom, I think I heard God. I'm going to inspire millions. My mom's like, sure, papito, sure, whatever you say. I went to the teachers at school and said, I'm going to inspire millions. And she said, sure, David, whatever. And that same voice, I used to DJ when I was in college. And you know how the BPMs and you know how you had to mix.
Yes.
Back then we had vinyl.
Yep.
A real DJ.
Yep. Scratching.
And scratching. And we had to mix. And we had to get the BPM, the beats per minute.
Yes.
We had to match it. So I
Correct.
could play Tainted Love and I could play another new song, a techno song, a house
Right.
song back in the day.
But you gotta transition it properly.
Correct. And all that training of me listening to that headset, that's what it was almost like the voice matched the voice. And I never, throughout those, since the age of 12.
Wow, you
to
matched the tone, you heard the frequency.
To the age of 29, I never heard that voice. And that voice was it's like you having an epiphany. You're having a deja vu moment. You know it happened. Nobody else knows.
Right.
You just know. And that voice brought me to my knees. It was almost like that. It had power that I could not control myself at that moment.
Why do you think you were chosen?
So I told Steve Harvey that. When Steve Harvey interviewed me, I said, I was chosen to tell this story. I believe that everything that I thought I wasn't because I was who he wanted me to be. But he gave me all these talent to speak, to model, to be on stages, to host over 100 fitness shows, to do all these things, to shine a light on people. What the cancer story did, it gave me, it's almost like a bridge. It bridges the trust between me and someone else. So when people watch my story, it's almost like they trust me with theirs.
Right.
And for the last 18 years, I've been cancer-free. I've coached over 450 women to tell me about their abuse.
That's incredible.
Their rape, their dysmorphia, their anorexia, their bulimia, their addictions. Everything they've suffered through, they share with me. And I have to protect them. And at the same time, God's given me a blueprint of how to take them through that process.
That's so powerful.
For them to own their story. Because as your wife was telling me, she can't wait. I'm going to send her people for a podcast. Your wife was telling me about what she wants to do. And I said, you know why women don't share their story? Because they feel shamed or judged.
Yes.
So until you own I want to say you own your shit.
Yes, please.
Right?
Yes.
Until you own it, you don't want to share it. You're always going to doubt yourself. You're going to have
Right.
that fear. With me, it's like you saw me today.
Yeah.
I have no fear because I know that what God did in my life is for me to share, because maybe one person here is going through cancer or is going through something, and it gives them that 1 ounce of hope. Your story, your personal story, is to be shared because you're going to give someone hope.
Yes.
And that's it, even if it's one person.
Right.
But you know the domino effect of that one person.
Huge.
You never know.
You never know.
How one person listened to you that one day, and all of a sudden, they turn to be president. They turn to be someone famous. And then 20 years later, it's like, hey, man, it all started with a podcast. It all started with a thing. You never know. And that's the cool thing about living, man. It's like you never know what the next step's going to do, but you also never know what the revelation is going to be. And that's what's really cool about my life. I feel like I'm living a movie through everybody that I get to coach. Everyone I get to mentor, I'm living their life. I get to witness them find that power, find their voice.
Tell me why women?
So the backstory was I was a manager of health clubs since the age of 22. I trained over thousands of women to compete in fitness shows.
Got it.
And models and pageants and all that stuff.
Makes sense.
So I trained them to compete. I trained them to compete in sports and all that stuff. So when the first article was published in Natural Muscle magazine was about my story, all these women got the magazine in the gyms because it was distributed all over the gyms, Natural Muscle magazine. And after that was happened, everybody thought I died. Because it said on the top, it said, David died on 2000 and this. But then in the bottom, it said, he was reborn. People don't read, brother.
They don't.
So then people were texting me, people were coming. I had 4 gyms. I was a regional manager for Gold's Gym
Okay.
in Tampa, Florida at the age of 24, 25.
That's incredible.
I came down here, I ran 4 Gold's Gyms in Boca, East Boca, Delray, Pompano, Deerfield area. I had all these, I was a regional manager. And those women found me, man. They started telling me that I felt like I went to my funeral and listened to women tell me how I helped them through all that stuff when I was training them.
Wow.
I just wasn't bold enough to keep going. Now I'm bold enough because I went through such a life-altering experience.
Do you know what that tells me? That tells me that at a young age, you were able to balance within you your masculine and your feminine. Because if you hadn't done
been
that,
emotional, man.
women wouldn't have felt comfortable coming to you.
True, absolutely. I've always been emotional. I mean, and being in the fashion world, I'm a straight person. You know, I love women for every reason possible. I think it's the best thing God created. But for God to use me to listen to these women, my perspective, the way I look at women, is completely. I think about 18 years of me listening to these stories.
Wow.
The way it's just, no one will ever understand what I see, what I understand about women because of that.
You should do a book.
Eventually, I believe that. My whole thing right now is to finish my documentary.
Okay.
I started working on it throughout my chemo.
That's incredible.
Throughout my surgery. And I literally sat in front of a camera and told my story for the first 29 years. And I rewatched it. And when I watched it, God was giving me the questions for life coaching. So it was the mirror effect multiplied.
That's awesome.
Now, I got a minor in psychology, but my mom is a doctor.
You're
She's a
really
psychologist.
good at seeing the signs.
I am now. I wasn't.
Okay.
And that's why I believe that I had to have the type of cancer I had
To see
that
it.
stopped me completely from trying to do it on my own. Because I try to do it on my own. I try to fight it. I did injections of vitamin C. I did all the natural therapy. I did everything that I could, that the world was telling me, hey, you can be cured. Sure. I spent all my money. Gone. My parents spent money. Gone. And then eventually I ended up, after doing a fashion show, believe it or not, I modeled the first week of August in Orlando of 2006. 2 days later, I'm in the hospital room, in the emergency room, and they won't let me leave.
Wow.
Because I'm covered with cancer. And they gave me a death sentence. They said, we're going to give you the weekend, and we're going to start the morphine drip. And that's how the story kind of started. But at that moment, one doctor called. And long story short, after 98 chemotherapies, a 12-hour surgery.
98?
98, but these 98 were not normal 98s. This is a cocktail. They call it a cocktail, by the way. I don't know if you guys know about chemotherapy. They create cocktails. This was 4 chemos. I did 14 in 5 days per session, 7 times.
Wow.
So it was 98 total. December 31st, 2006 was my last chemotherapy. I went home that day and I just said to God, please, no more chemo. Please. 7 is the name of completion, the number of completion in the Bible. So I said, 7 is enough. 14 divided by 2 is 7. I said, I think this is it. I get the call the following week. Surgery, February 1st, 2007.
It's my birthday.
Is it?
February 1st.
That was my surgery. Can I tell you, I've never been so excited to have a surgery.
I could imagine.
The surgery I never wanted, now I was looking forward to it.
Yes.
I went to the gym every day for 3 weeks until February 1st. I worked out even with pain. I didn't care.
Wow.
And I worked out through chemotherapy, by the way. That's part of my story. And God gave me the strength. My life verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And I lived my life verse my whole life. I just didn't know it was going to turn that cancer, that I needed to tap into that strength.
You're such a strong person. You're incredible, man.
Again,
you allow him to work through you.
I had to, because I couldn't do it on myself. And that's what I try to explain to people. I've had doctors tell me, yeah, well, you're willpower, man. You're very positive. I've seen you before. You did a lot of good things. Yeah, but trust me, this was nothing to do with me. I mean, I made myself go to the gym, sure.
Right.
I lifted like 5-10 pounds at the time. At 128 pounds, I started working out again. But it's nothing to do with me. And I said, again, when you let God's strength take over, you do things that are bigger than you ever expected.
That's incredible.
You have to go through something in life so you acknowledge the spiritual part of it.
The pit and the peak.
Correct. You won't acknowledge it unless you go through something bad. If you could do it yourself, it's not big enough. You know, it's like I tell kids all the time, if your dream can be accomplished by buying it, then it's not big enough dream. My dreams are so big, brother. If I told you, you blow your mind. Because you'd be like, how is that going to happen? I don't have the funds. I don't have the connections for some of these things, but I keep believing in them.
It's gonna happen.
So what's my alternative? To give up?
No.
Like most people do. Most
No.
people give up right before the breakthrough. So again, it's got to happen. And all the people you're interviewing, you are giving them a voice. You are literally being like, you're a ship, you're a vessel, you're an instrument for every single person that's telling them telling you their story. What a blessing that is. Because some of these people have never shared it, right?
100%.
How do they feel when they're done?
Oh my God. Thank you so much for allowing me to share and open up, and you providing me this time to really reflect on my life. I've heard it so many times.
You opened up the life of possibility that they never expected. You did. I'm just telling you from what I heard, from what I've seen.
Thank you.
You're opening up a door or a window, or whatever you want to call it, to their possibility. Now, because you're interviewed, because you engage, because you were empathetic, because you listened to them, because you pushed them to share, you opened up a window of possibilities. And because of that, hopefully now they start believing. So
that's a mic drop right there.
Thank you for the job you're doing.
Thank you,
these
David.
People. I keep doing it.
I will.
It ain't about us. It ain't about me. It ain't about you. It's about the next person.
All right, let's schedule a day for you to come to my studio.
Sure.
So we'll talk for 2 hours long.
Amen.
Because you are incredible.
Amen.
Thank you, David. I appreciate you so much.
God bless
Let
you,
everyone know where they can find you.
DavidGandel360.com or David Octavio Gandel on all social media platforms. I'll make sure I send everything to him and his wife, because I know his wife is the one like behind the scenes. And yeah, man, it's been a pleasure meeting your wife. It's been a pleasure meeting you. And I'm going to pray that more and more people are able to come to you.
Thank you, David.
You're giving them,
right back at you.
You're going to keep giving them that possibility, man.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, my
God
friend.
bless you, my
Take
friend.
care.
I appreciate you. Guys, incredible. Go follow David. If you're someone that you are going through cancer, reach out to David. He can help you. He can guide you. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are still here, Q4 Mastermind, Miami, Coconut Grove. I'm here with the beautiful Laura. She is Polish. She speaks several languages. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
You're very welcome. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm from Poland. I'm Polish. I grew up in Germany.
Okay.
So Polish and Germany, let's say, are my native language, because I moved to Germany when I was 3 years old.
Got it.
So I learned, not even learned, because you cannot say you learn a language as a child.
Right.
So I was speaking Polish at home.
Are they similar?
Not at all.
Very different.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. There's not even one word or one pronunciation that
Got
could
it.
be. No.
You would think they're so close to each other. You think they'd be similar, right?
No. And yeah, so I grew up basically like with 2 languages. And then from a young age, I understood which benefits I have because I speak 2 languages as a child.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, I have like a lot of benefits because I already have friends in 2 countries, right?
Right.
Like for 8-year-olds.
Yes.
That's
you
a lot.
understand 2 cultures.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the German. You speak German in Austria, Germany, and Switzerland.
It's true.
So you have 3 countries that speak German. So I
Wow.
was like ahead of everybody else in school.
It's true.
So when I finished school, I had it clear that I want to be an entrepreneur. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to go to university.
Got it.
So I started to work. So my first work I got because of my language skills, German. And then I said, wow, I don't even have to have another skill. Like I don't have to have a university paper to get really good paid and
Right.
to like connect to a lot of businesses. So I was like, okay, let's pick up another language. That's when I moved to the Dominican Republic for vacation, work vacation, let's say.
I love DR. It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful.
DR is so beautiful, yes. I've been before, yeah. DR is
Do you
beautiful.
know that in the Isla Saona, there's island, it's called Saona. The Pirates of the Caribbean have been filmed.
Yes.
Have you been there?
No, I have not.
You have to go.
Yes.
So, and I picked up Spanish in the Dominican Republic in 1 month.
Qué bueno.
No books, nada, no books, only me listening, asking, okay, this, putting it on Google Translator, and then I'll figure out I have a talent for languages.
You do.
Not everybody picks up a language in 1 month.
No.
And English, obviously, I was always good at English in school, and then I was like watching YouTube videos, movies. I watched The Lion King already in English when I was like 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
So English was always there.
So you picked it up fast.
Yes. And I was like, okay, not only languages give benefits in life, but I'm very good at it. I'm very good at picking it up
Yes.
in 1 month. And then I was like, okay, so let's teach people languages. Let's inspire them. And then I wanted for people to see how many more doors can be open in business, in life, wherever you want to go, thanks
Right.
to languages. Because maybe your soulmate is
For
somewhere
sure.
there, but you have not the opportunity to meet him or her because you don't speak the language. Or you would never go there because you're afraid of the language barrier, let's say.
Right.
So I started to do one-on-one coaching. I teach German, Polish, English, and Spanish.
Wow.
I do one-on-one coaching, and I have a personal plan for all of my students because I don't think, it's my personal opinion, that the school system, how they teach you, is effective.
I agree.
Because somebody can be 2-3 years in English class in school and they don't speak it. So I do personalized classes because I feel that every person needs a personal plan.
Yeah.
Because I pick it up in 1 month, but doesn't mean you have to pick it up in 1 month.
Right.
But then I have to see what you need, and I adapt to you my classes, so you get the results effective. And I always give my students 3 months to learn communicative languages, and I never failed. So 3 months.
3 months. What is your technique? What are you teaching them to have them pick up so quickly?
Everybody is different. I have personal plan. For example,
Got
what
it.
works for you doesn't work for another person. That's
Understood.
why I do only one-on-one. Before I was doing group classes, but that was stressful for me because I was stressing. I was more stressed than the students because like, oh, he's more advanced. She doesn't understand. What do I do now? Do I continue the class just to,
Right.
let's say, take money? Because let's say
I understand.
group classes, of course, bring more money.
Of course. Right.
Yeah, you earn more money in the same time, but I don't like to do it because it's stressful. I don't enjoy it.
Right.
I don't want to do anything that I don't
You
enjoy.
want to make sure you give your time to every single person.
Exactly. So I always say 3 months, you have a communicative skill of English, Spanish, German, Polish.
That's incredible.
Nobody wants to learn Polish because it's too difficult. Nobody. I have a few people, but nobody wants to learn it. And then I was like, okay, how can I scale my knowledge and my skills? One is one-on-one coaching, but then as well, maybe there are people that have businesses and they
Right.
don't have time to learn the language.
Right.
But they want clients from different countries, right? So
Okay.
they don't want to learn it, but they need somebody to help them to get clients. So
Understood.
there is me.
Okay.
And I reach out to clients from Europe, let's say Germany, Switzerland, Poland, Spain, and I present the business, and I'm like
Smart.
in the middle, you know?
Yes.
Like, and I close the business, close the contract, because English is an international language.
Yes.
So let's say if you want to scale your business to Germany, you will do that because in Germany they speak English, but they will treat a person different when they speak their native language.
Of course.
First of all, they're impressed. They're like, oh, wow, you speak German.
Right.
Second of all, like, I don't know.
It shows you care, you understand.
Exactly. And I don't know, you could just, me as a polyglot, to be honest, in every language, I have a different personality. I have, not that I'm, you know,
I know what you mean.
I don't have 4 personalities, but you know
I know what you mean. I speak English, Portuguese, and Spanish.
Where are you from?
Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. See, this is the next on my list. I want to learn Portuguese, and I will give myself 1 month. Maybe I will go to Brazil.
You should.
Because then I can teach the Spanish people.
You knowing Spanish,
Portuguese.
you're gonna learn Portuguese so fast.
See? Then I can teach the Spanish people Portuguese and the Portuguese people. See?
Yes.
Wow. I'm going to go to Brazil.
Yes.
I'm not going to study in books because I don't know.
Right.
I'm just gonna
And then
go
you teach
there.
my wife Portuguese because she has no idea.
Where's she from?
She's American.
Oh, hello there. We will talk later.
Yes. Yes.
So for sure you know, like you speak English and Portuguese. You have different jokes.
Different.
Yes.
Yes.
like some things you can just not explain or not even translate.
100%.
So that comes as well to the client and business. Like few things you can as well like communicate different. You can close. You know, like you have more opportunities. Like I always say, business is connection. Connection is communication, and communication is language.
Do you want to learn Chinese?
I was thinking about it because a lot of businesses that I'm
It's the next big language.
that I'm currently cooperating with, saying that Chinese is an important language. But you know what happens? For example, a lot of people ask me why I don't speak French.
Okay, why don't you?
Because I don't like this language.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't like how it sounds. And I'm like, if I don't like it, then it will be more difficult to learn.
For sure.
Let's say somebody forced you to learn to play tennis. You will learn it, but it will take you more time. So
I know what you mean.
I'm not so much into Chinese, to be honest, but like knowing what it can give me for the future, I think for sure first Portuguese, and then we think. But the next on the list is Portuguese, and I want to visit Brazil.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
How old are you?
20. I just turned 27.
Okay.
27, yeah.
You have a whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
What's your next 5-year plan?
Visit more countries that I didn't visit. Learn 2 more languages, which is Portuguese, eventually Chinese. We never know. And just doing what I love. Because to be honest, not a single day I feel like working. When you love what you do for work, I don't feel like working.
I agree.
Tomorrow I wake up, I have 3 classes: Spanish, German. I don't feel like it's work.
Yeah,
I
know what you
to do
mean.
it.
I know what you mean.
I like to do it, and you know what makes me the most happy? When there's a person that says, "Oh, I know German thanks to you. Thanks to you,
That's awesome.
I got this job. I moved to Germany," or I see them on social media living in Germany, and I'm like, that was me. So that's awesome.
That's incredible.
And I think I know everybody should do what they love for work. Because you have one life and you just don't want to be stuck there doing what you don't like, just looking at the
time
hour.
passing by 100%.
So everybody, and I think everybody has a unique skill, everybody.
I agree.
You just have to find it.
What is your message to someone who has not found what they're good at?
I think you should experiment. Because see, if I would never travel or I would not start a job, I wouldn't, like using German, I would not know that it gives me so like good money and freedom.
Right.
Because I knew German. There's a lot of people out there that speak a lot of languages like me. And they don't take advantage of it.
They don't.
They do not.
No, they don't.
And I'm like, why? You have something so special and you don't use it. So I think like I say again, like you live once, you have to try all the things. Before I was playing tennis. My parents, when I grew up, they wanted me to be a tennis player.
Okay.
I started to play tennis when I was 6 years old, but I never wanted to be a tennis player. I didn't like it. They took me to classes and stuff. I didn't like it. But you know, I had to try it to know that I didn't like it.
100%.
Because if not, I would be like, oh, maybe I could be a tennis player. No, I didn't like it. I like to play for fun, but I don't like to be forced. So I think everybody should, I don't know, try every sport.
Yes.
Go to every country you can. Try every work. You know, from let's say waitress job to, I don't know, office job to whatever.
Right.
But I think the biggest challenge that you can have in life is to start to being an entrepreneur. Because there you see
the roller coaster ride, ups and downs, ups and downs.
Yes, because everybody thinks it's easy. Everybody only see the success and obviously what we put in social media.
Right.
But nobody sees the tears and the bad moments that are behind. And I think everybody should experience that. That's my message. And learn languages. That's the future.
That's perfect. Let everyone know where they can find you. Your website, your social media, whatever you want to share.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Laura Ratai, and I as well have a bio site there linked, what is called lauraratai.com. There you can find all my social media. I'm starting a YouTube channel again. I'm restarting it because I did it in Polish and now I will start it like in English. And there you can like message me if you have a business that you want to scale to different countries, to different markets, and there you can sign up for one-on-one classes with me.
Incredible. If you are looking to learn a new language, this is your person. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
If you want someone to practice Portuguese with, just let me know.
Again?
If you want to practice Portuguese, just let me know.
I will call you from Brazil.
Yes, call me.
I'm gonna call you from Brazil.
Please do.
I will be in Brazil.
Yes, call me.
In the oh no, I forgot what is the main dish in Brazil. I forgot.
Feijoada?
There's some because there's a Portuguese Brazil cafeteria here, and I often go.
So
in
good.
downtown.
Yes.
I'm doing free promo. So yeah, I'm gonna call you from Brazil speaking Portuguese.
Let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, go follow her, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are still here in beautiful Miami, Grove, Q4 Mastermind. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to today?
I'm Brian DeCobo, attorney by trade, but I'm the founder of the Coats Plus Foundation. We are a foundation that's designed to find the cure to a life-shortening rare disease.
Which is what?
Coats Plus is the name of the disease.
What
it
is
was
that?
discussed after it was named Coats Plus because it was named after the doctor that found a particular disease. He found another disease which he believed that the patient suffered from, but there was calcifications and cysts on the brain, a lot of other body abnormalities.
Wow.
So they thought it was a variation. He thought it was a variation. And from that variation, they called it Coats Plus, but it's married by name only. They're two different genetic mutations. Now, fortunately, I had two children. Unfortunately, both children suffered from this life-shortening rare disease.
Wow.
My 4-year-old son died last year on June 30th.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And we're fighting for the life of my 8-year-old. Okay. So through this process, we discovered we founded the foundation. We found a drug for off-label use. We were able to utilize stem cells. We had to go to Cabo. We had to go to San Francisco. And as soon as these used stem cells are curated in the United States domestically, I get the very same treatment here in South Florida that I have to travel far away for.
Wow.
We also were blessed to find doctors that said yes to developing a gene therapy for my child. But what's fascinating about this particular disease that takes place in every cell in their body, the technology being developed could have a chance to be far beyond this one child and this one disease. It could affect the entire rare disease community, age-related diseases, and even longevity interests.
Wow, Brian. You hit me hard with that. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. That hit me real hard right now. Wow. Is this something that's genetic?
It's genetic. And the way that it works is that everybody walking the planet has 6 or 7 faulty genes. Usually it's never a problem. You're a carrier until you meet somebody, you fall in love, have a child with somebody else with the very same genetic mutation.
Wow.
And then at that point in time, there's a 1 in 4 chance that you would have a child with the disease, 3 in 4 chance that they would be healthy. We lost in those odds, and there's a 1 in 16 chance that it happened to both my kids.
That's
and we lost those odds.
crazy.
So, as you can imagine, it's been an evolution of the soul.
Yes.
And believe me, there's many dark places.
I couldn't imagine. I can't even imagine.
But we made a decision to turn and face this and fight. And then coming out of this, we're getting closer and closer, not only for the change for my child, but for the change for so many other children that come after. And that's something that we're very passionate about. And while these things happen in our lives, and I think everyone has a story, and I guarantee you have a wonderful story too. And everybody, I just believe this is the fire that I had to walk in my life and the becoming of something else, to do something else in my life.
Yeah.
And if any of your listeners out there, maybe this is a story that may resonate with you, but think about yourself when you hear the story. What fires have you had to walk?
Right.
What challenges you had to face? What do you have to overcome? And in that, there's a design, because you're never going to reach the highest evolution of your being without these type of fights. And ultimately, my wife and I made a decision to fight this disease and to carry on that path. And we're excited about the trajectory of this. It has been a painful journey, but we believe that we could turn this darkness into something with a lot of light.
Tell me why you think this was placed on your lap.
I believe that we all have a design. We all have our unique ability. And what my ability is might be different than somebody else's. But I know I connect with people. I know I could take complex information and simplify it. And I know of a way of just being able to do the things that other people are apprehensive to do. Picking up the phone and calling doctors, picking up the phone and calling other patients, just doing it. And I believe that my unique design was chosen for this because I believe I'm a connector. And after we're done saving my child, I believe my design is also to have a greater impact in the coordination of other rare diseases in the entire rare disease community. Unfortunately, when you're a parent in this space, there is nothing. You have nothing. It's literally being dropped on another planet with no map, and you got to figure it out. And I thought, was there something wrong with me? Could I not figure that? There's no resources out there. What's going on?
Right.
But as I connect with other families in this journey, oh, that's just how it is right now.
Wow.
We could do so much better with this.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much opportunity out there. And I believe one day we'll have a situation where if somebody's diagnosed with a rare disease, they can immediately tap into a community. There could be even a coaching and a blueprint about what to do when you are a parent of a child with a rare disease. What are the steps to take to create a foundation? What are the steps to go and find these small molecules or ASOs or different types of treatment plans to stabilize your child while you're in the development of the cure, which is typically a gene edit, gene addition, utilizing now CRISPR technology, and the future technology that's going to come thereafter.
What's the biggest roadblock?
The biggest roadblock for us right now is funding.
Okay.
So we're in the unfortunate place is it's so difficult to find a doctor to say yes to developing a gene therapy in the ultimate ultra rare disease community.
Yeah.
I got two. And
Wow.
the thing is right now we are working on the design of this, but the biggest obstacle we have is funding. It's up to me to raise $3 to $5 million in order to save my child. I talked to other parents that actually already have the technology developed, but they have a roadblock of $7 million that they have to design.
Wow.
So here I am. I have to also become, apparently an entertainer. We have had a golf, and you know what? Before I say this, living life with joy is a choice. No matter what you're confronted with, it's how you look at it. So yes, I have to put on a golf tournament. We just had a wonderful show with the mentalist. Thank you, Guy Bavali.
Really? That's cool.
He's incredible. We have a casino night coming up in January. But as we gain momentum, we're also discovering other types of sponsors, different type of donors that are interested in coming to our aid and coming to our cause. A lot of the technology, we're actually in the process of getting everything designed just right, where there may be a potential to curate investors to some of the technology we're developed, or maybe there may be a return on their money.
Yeah.
So we're sitting with patent attorneys trying to understand that right now and create the correct framework. We have not, and for the record, we have not developed anything yet, so nothing is patentable yet. My attorney would be happy I said that. It's crazy because this journey is taking me into so many places and so many spaces that I never expected to be. So much learning. And when you're standing on the square one and you're looking at this, it can seem intimidating.
Yeah.
It's like a fog. You don't even know where you're going. But I encourage anybody that's going through something, it's about that first step. You take one step at a time, one day at a time. You just keep moving forward. The fog will start to lift. Things will start becoming a little more clear. And the day may come where you take a look back and you're like, wow, look at all that we accomplished. There was a design here, and I simply had to take the steps.
Brian, what keeps you going? Because you've had a chance to break down, melt down, stop several times. What keeps you going?
Well, what keeps me going is the love of my child. That's first and foremost. But as you can imagine, when you have two children diagnosed with a life-shortening rare disease, your mind goes to some dark places.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, when it comes to grief and when it comes to shocking events that happens in our life, I got grit, I'm pretty tough. But it's not just about that. I built a community, actually started a men's group that has now flourished to 8 different chapters. It's called Luminary Tribe. It's for high-achieving men that want to connect, and ultimately, if you want to be the best father, the best husband, the best business owner, showing up in your community, it's for you. Because...
Sign me up.
Yeah, hey, and generally, women have a better way of connecting. Men kind of struggle with that.
Yeah.
But we're human beings too. And the thing is to be able to have that community and that tribe around me has really filled my cup. Also, quite frankly, I found a deeper sense of spirituality, which things start making sense when you start developing that aspect of your personality and what you embody.
Yeah.
And that's something that I believe I was lacking for 42 years of my life, that this cracking open has led me to.
Forced you.
Forced me.
Yeah, no choice, yeah.
No choice. And I believe that this is part of a grander design. And maybe one day I'll look back and it will all make sense. But as I take the steps forward, it's already starting to make a lot more sense.
What advice would you give to a parent, to a family that's just starting to go through what you went through?
There's no right or wrong way to grieve. And when we think of grief, we think of losing somebody.
Right.
But grief's also tied up in identity. Grief's tied up in expectations for your kid. What do you expect them to be? And then it shifts. It's
Right.
not the grieving process. But I'll say this to any parent going out there. You two were chosen. You two were chosen to crack open and do something with this. And if you find the internal courage, take those steps, pick up the phone, call those other parents that might be suffering from the same rare disease. Reach out to your doctors. And let me tell you something, if nothing exists, you were called to create it. Take a step forward, and the thing is this, you will get to the place one day where you look back, and I know I said this before, I'm going to say it again, you're going to look back and you say, gee, look at how far we've come.
That's a mic drop. We're gonna leave it there. I wanna invite you to my studio so we can go even deeper. We'll go an hour and a half long, and we'll break this thing down step by step, because this story has to be told and shared. It's incredible.
I appreciate you. Thank you for the opportunity to be here on your show today.
Yeah.
You're doing wonderful things. I've
Thank you,
seen
man.
you connect with so many people today. You're a special person.
Thank you.
Keep going forward. I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, Brian. You're incredible. Keep fighting.
So are you.
You're gonna succeed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please let everyone know where they can find you, your social media, your website, whatever you want to share.
You can find us as you can reach me at info@codesplusfoundation.com. If you're a family out there that wants to connect in the rare disease space, or maybe you're motivated by the story, please connect. You can also find me, Brian DeCobo, Bryan DeCobo, DOCOBO. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. Don't be shy. Send me a message. We would love to connect.
Incredible. If you want to connect with Brian, reach out. He is building something that does not exist, something that was put on his lap, and God chose him to lead this path and build this route for other people. So if you're someone going through that same situation, reach out to Brian. He can help. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. We'll see you guys next time. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are burning the candles at both ends today. We are still here at Q4 Mastermind in beautiful Miami, Coconut Grove. We have the lovely Anastasia, who I found out is also Brazilian.
Oi.
How are you? Tudo bem?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right. So the fun part, or the interesting part, is that I was a selective mute until I was 11 years old.
What does that mean, selective?
That means that I had the ability to speak, I had the vocabulary, but I had an extreme anxiety disorder that affects about 1% of the global population.
Wow.
That didn't allow me to actually speak to more than maybe 10 people a year.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So you could speak, but it was at your own terms when you wanted to.
Not really.
Okay.
So it was more of a blockage.
Got it.
So even if I wanted to speak, I couldn't.
Got
I
it.
was like, my body would completely shut down.
Wow.
And I could only speak to a very select amount of people. And I never knew, nobody really even knows why you can speak to the people that you can speak to, but it's a very limited amount of people.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
What made you start speaking?
So Model United Nations came to my school.
Okay.
It's a simulation of the UN, right?
Yep.
And it gave
Where'd you
me
grow up?
in Brazil.
In Brazil, Minas
yeah.
Gerais.
Minas Gerais, yeah. And so it gave me a very clear system to speak, which was you have 60 seconds to make your point, you have 30 seconds to rebuttal. That is it. And that was the most digestible interaction I could have. And the first time I did it, I competed, I won an award, and I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm
That's
good at talking to
incredible.
people, because I spent 11 years exclusively listening.
And that cracked your shell.
Absolutely, yeah. Because for all of those 11 years, all I did was kind of watch human interaction through this glass, being like, oh, I wish my body would let me. And I would see all of these disagreements. I would see, where was it that...
That's so interesting.
Right? That, like, where was it that he said that thing, and she heard something else, and they disconnected? Where did that happen? How did that happen? And I could see it.
You spent 11 years analyzing.
That's all I did.
Observing, watching. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So then unleash.
Until it unleashed, yeah. And eventually I moved to the US. I went to a language high school, ironically.
Yes.
Where I learned
Which one?
International Studies Charter.
Okay.
Where I learned English, obviously.
Here in Florida?
Here in Florida, in Miami. Spanish and French. It's like I've been saving up like all this like need to speak, right? Went to school for international studies, but the focus of that was really what are the stories that we tell so that people will feel identity, so that they will feel related to a country or a nationality or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And really started working with marketing and branding because I found out that I was so good at listening that people would tell me everything they ever thought about their business. And I would just sit down for 2 hours and literally whatever I created for them got approved in a second.
That's crazy.
And in an agency setting, which is where I worked, it was super interesting because other people would do intake. They had more experience. They had more creativity even than I had maybe. But when they created something and sent it back, there would be that typical friction of like, this is good. I know objectively it's good, but something's off. I can't tell what it is. And it was the same problem that I had for those 11 years, which is I don't have the vocabulary. I don't have the ability to tell you what is wrong. And that's what I got good at. I got good at giving people the vocabulary to tell me, hey, this is what I need so I can deliver.
Today, do you see it as a gift?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it probably drove your parents crazy.
Oh, absolutely. They were like, what is wrong with her?
That my daughter didn't want to speak.
Yeah, she's like.
But now,
yeah.
it's like a blessing. Do you have siblings?
I do.
How was that interaction with them growing up?
So we didn't live together.
Okay.
I could talk to my sister. I could kind of talk to my brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a podcast?
I don't.
You need one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Because your story is about speaking.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Right.
And it has been about helping other people speak too.
Yeah.
So in that, I was able to help startups raise up to $3 million in funding by telling their story right. I was able to help brands like find the right people. I ended up mentoring the...
what are the odds?
What are the odds, right? Like ended up mentoring at a startup program in a top 10 international MBA program.
It's incredible.
Like, did all of these things.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
All that at 27.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you're just shut up for a second. Yeah, so that's
What's your
been the
5-year
journey.
plan?
My 5-year plan. So speaking is part of the plan now because
Good.
I
Might
guess
as well.
yeah, right.
Might as well.
Took me a second to get that. That's
Now nobody
maybe
can
what I was
stop
supposed to do. Yeah, right. Like I've been holding it back. I haven't saved up for those 11 years, but yeah, definitely speaking and helping people communicate with their teams, whether those teams are human or AI. Because what I saw is that it's the exact same problem. The frustration that people feel using generative AI is the same frustration they feel communicating with people, and I just don't have the vocabulary to tell you why I don't like this, why it's wrong. Yeah.
So you are the person that's able to figure out the vocabulary.
Yeah.
That's so important. Because AI is all about prompting,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
So if
prompting
you don't
data.
put in the right vocabulary, you won't get the right input or output.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's the same problem as a human problem. So
Right.
I after the realization I had, what I told you about the agency and how if I had enough information, I could just do it, right? I was sitting at a coffee shop and I heard this girl going, ooh, ah. And I was like, what are you doing right now? It's just like, I'm using ChatGPT for the first time. She worked with like astrology, I guess.
Okay.
And it did everything I wanted. It just feels wrong. It just feels off, feels like an atheist wrote it.
Okay.
And I was like, so you're having the same problem you'd have had if this was a human who was an atheist, which is you can't explain what you want exactly with the tone. You know it's not wrong. It's just not what you want. And then you don't hire and then you don't grow, whatever. Same issue. Same thing. It's a human problem. It's just baggage that we carried over.
How do we solve it?
We solve it by teaching AI what words mean with a copious amount of data.
With what?
A copious amount of data. Just a reference, right? So if I say I want something to sound rebellious, this is what rebellious looks, sounds, feels like.
Got
with
it.
1,000 examples.
Show it.
Show it. And then ask for it with precision. But it's the same thing with people. Tell you what it means to you, give an example,
Right.
make a request. More often than not, you get what you want.
It's incredible. What would you say to a girl or a boy that may be suffering through what you suffered?
Ooh, that's a great question because it's hard to remember being in that frame. But one, you have something very special. You have an ability to listen, and you have an ability to sit within yourself that most people never will.
Very true.
And that allows you to have this huge buffer between what you hear and what you let yourself feel. And that level of differentiation allows you to see the world in a way that a lot of people can't.
And will never.
Yeah, it's a filter. It's genuinely, you have a built-in filter that allows you to decide what comes in and what stays out.
That's incredible.
Use that.
The power of the mind. It's incredible.
Yeah. Humans are weird.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Anastasia, let everyone know where they can find you. Your social media, your website, whatever you want to share.
Yeah, find me on my Instagram, which is at Anna the Brand Engineer, or you can find me on LinkedIn, just Anastasia Primo. Yeah.
Incredible. Keep talking, keep shining.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't sound that
for
voice
listening.
anymore.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Guys, go follow Anastasia. Give her a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are here today with one of PBD's consultants. How are you, sir?
I'm doing amazing, Leo. Thank you for having me on this amazing show. I'm happy we're all here at this great event and that you were here. I know you're local in Fort Lauderdale
I
as
am.
well, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
We've definitely rubbed shoulders a few times at Valuetainment.
I think so.
I think I was there. I was last there when Eric Trump was there.
You were at the podcast.
I was there.
How was that for you?
It was incredible. Loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
A lot of great people, great community, and what we're doing right now, dude, we're changing the entire world.
You guys really are. You guys are just, PBD's crazy, bro. I've had such a love-hate relationship with that man. I love him, I hate him, I can't stand him, I love him again, I hate him. You know, I go through this cycle with him. But he's someone that has taught me a lot. I've been in his mastermind. I've gone to every event that he's had. Someone that I look up to, follow, and I've modeled a lot of what I do based on his philosophy. So he's an incredible man.
Phenomenal stuff.
He really is.
You know, I'm happy you were able to go into the ecosystem, see what the community's like.
Oh, yeah.
You have a love-hate relationship. So,
I do.
You know, I guarantee it's more love than hate. You know?
100%. 100%.
But if not, hey, you know.
Yeah. So my guy that I work with is Nick.
Nick Bertolini.
Nick Bertolini.
Great guy.
That's my guy.
Amazing individual.
I love Nick. Shout out to you, Nick.
Yeah, shout out to you, Nick.
He's a good guy. He's someone that I vibe with a lot. You know, I like his style. I like his way of connecting. And yeah, my man's doing big things that I heard.
Amazing things, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a leader on the floor, up and coming, very consistent, and he's always showing up with the best attitude in the office. So he's always willing to help, grow, and he's a culture driver, is what we call him. So amazing people over there.
Tell me about you. Where you from?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up originally in New Jersey, born in New Jersey, but I was raised in New York my entire life.
Where in New York?
Upstate New York,
Okay.
small town called Kingston, no more than
I know
24,000
Kingston.
You do.
I'm from Queens.
You're from Queens.
Yeah.
Not
No, I know.
upstate.
I know
though.
upstate Kingston. I know.
All right.
My wife went to Binghamton University.
Really?
Yeah.
Small world, man.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you meet her?
In Queens.
You met her in Queens.
Yeah.
But she went to
She did.
Binghamton.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I grew up my entire life in New York. You know, just a little bit more about me. Right now, I'm 25 years young. Originally moved out.
You got your whole life ahead of you.
Got my whole life ahead of me. But
you are at a great place at a great time. You know that, right?
yeah,
Like being 25 in 2025 is a good thing.
it's amazing. I feel amazing.
Yeah, it's a good
I
thing.
feel good. And I'm around the right people, so I'm being molded the right way for what's truly to come.
Yeah.
And for what I'm doing, for how I'm positioning my life, for what I really want in
What do
my
you want?
future. I want to be a great father. I want to be a leader in my community, the household. I want to be able to go ahead and be the example. Why? To create more leaders. Why? Because we drive economies.
100%.
We drive businesses. We drive families. We drive communities.
Yeah.
We drive every room we walk in.
Oh yeah.
There's no better thing to be that than be an example yourself.
I agree.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you see yourself by 30?
By 30. My mom fully retired, number one. She's number one on my list. She's 65. I'm adopted, youngest of 4.
Okay.
So I owe my life to her. I came out here because there was no opportunity.
How old were you when she adopted you?
I was a baby.
You were a baby.
I was a baby.
That's incredible.
Youngest of 4.
God bless her.
God bless her for sure. She's 65 years young right now, and I moved out here for the opportunity because I didn't have it back in New York in that small town. I just was frustrated, saw the same old things, and I came out here looking for the right crowd.
When'd you
right
move here?
Information. Say it again.
When'd you move here?
December 26th of 2021. So we're moving on 4
Okay.
years now.
Okay.
Next month. But in the next 5 years, fully retired. I own equity in the company Valuetainment, Bet David Consulting, Lion Holdings as a whole. I'm a leader there, and we're disrupting the industry, and we're building one of the biggest media and consulting firms in the world.
What do you like about working there?
2 things. When you walk in those doors, you're not saw as an employee. Patrick helped shape the minds and hearts of everybody that works there to treat it like it's your genuine own business. And that's honestly the only way I believe you will thrive there, is
Right.
if you treat it like your own business.
Right.
But 2 things come out of it. Here they are. 1, you're not, I wouldn't say forced, but you're in a conducive environment. The culture is so great there where you're forced to recreate yourself and raise your identity. Those 2 things, if you don't do those 2 things, you're constantly recreating yourself and you're raising your identity.
You get left behind.
You get left behind. You stay
Yeah.
the same and you fall stagnant.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 major things I love about working there, outside of the influence and being able to provide value to anybody in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Personally. So
How cool is it to work in that hangar?
it doesn't even feel like work. It doesn't even feel like work. I see jets come in. They pull their jets right up to the hangar. I posted it on my Instagram before. You see jets flying off. You see amazing, influential people come in and out of the doors. Patrick comes down. He shares what's going on top of mind, where the company's going. You're a part of the vision. You're not just a regular employee there.
Right.
You know, the culture breeds leaders.
Tell me your day-to-day there.
My day-to-day, I get in. I do my morning routine. He built a gym on site. I hit the gym 6:30 in the morning.
That's dope.
Do a 45 to an hour minute workout. Go in. I read. I do what I need to do. Set my day up. Get what I need scheduled on the calendar. Follow up with my clients, and we have our morning meeting.
Wow.
And then we're all set for the day.
It's incredible.
Ready to change the world.
Tell me one thing that you have learned by working there that you didn't know prior.
I didn't know how to have the right crucial conversations because prior to that, I had a business. I joined partnership with an individual where he was selling websites. He didn't know how to put the sales process together. We scaled that business in 2 months, 36 grand, first ever business, like really scaling.
Yep.
That partnership died. Why? And here's why. And here's what I learned. If I learned this one thing, that partnership probably would have still been alive today. Hundreds of thousands of dollars a month could have been coming in right now. But God had better plans. But here's what I learned. I learned how to have crucial conversations and set the right expectations with the people in front of you, with the people you're doing business with,
That's
with
so
your
important.
employees, with the people that are following you, with your family. The right expectations, setting them up front, and managing expectations in 2 crucial conversations.
That's life-changing.
Biggest things.
It really is. That's good game.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself becoming a coach one day?
A coach?
Yeah. I can see you coaching.
Thank you. Thank you. But pretty much, you can fit me into that category, but I'm a consultant.
It's true.
Right?
It's very true.
So what we do is we prescribe. I diagnose, Patrick prescribes. Tom Ellsworth, he prescribes. And we get business owners through that funnel, and what they do is they change their life because they get perspectives and they get strategies that they once had blind spots in.
Are you able to give us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Valuetainment?
If I can say one thing, other than the future looks bright.
I knew you were going to say that.
Other than that, because I seen it was on your mind, so I had to say what you were thinking. But if I could say one thing, what we're doing in today's marketplace is going to be a major disruptor when it comes to people, technology, marketing systems, and sales. Outside of that, we are going to build one of the biggest and most influential consulting firms in America. No other consulting firm is aware of what's about to come to play.
Wow.
5 years from now, you will see 35 to 65,000 people in Allegiant Stadium for what this looks like. Because we are going to build one of the biggest communities of entrepreneurs that have like minds, shared values, and that are ready to disrupt the industry, ready to disrupt their own industry as well. And we're just going to build a huge, huge army of influence that when events like Charlie Kirk happened, you saw what happened when he had his memorial, right?
Yeah.
You see how many people were there?
Yeah.
We had our Vault conference at that time.
I remember.
8,000 people plus in a room. We all got down on our knees and we started praying. Like minds, same values. That's power. That's driving the economy. That's driving governments. That's driving America. And that's what we're building.
That's incredible.
And we stand for that. So.
Is that restaurant coming? PBDs? Is that happening?
I can't say.
I'll take that as a yes. But man, I appreciate you. Let everyone know where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, @BrandonStyles_. Looking forward to connecting with each and every one of you. I'm getting my Instagram back up and running. So bear with me, follow me there. I'm looking forward to connecting once again. And guys, forever and ever, we're looking to build relationships 40 plus years. And if you're somebody who's looking to scale, grow, legacy, and succession planning, Bet David Consulting, high LTR, like, trust, respect. We're looking to build that with you as well. So see you guys soon.
Brandon, thank you. That was incredible.
Thank you.
Guys, if you're an entrepreneur needing help with your business, reach out to Brandon, PBD, Valuetainment. They can help you. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. See you guys next time. We are back, still here at Q4 Mastermind in beautiful Miami, Florida. We are out of the system. We are here with Esmeralda. How are you, my dear?
Excellent, thank you. How are you?
Doing very well. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Okay, so I am in the wellness and health space. Basically, I'm in that space because at 48, I almost died.
Wow.
And God saved my life, basically. So He allowed it. You know, sometimes it's not what happens to you, is that it's allowed to happen to you.
Right.
So then
What
there's
happened
a big
exactly?
hurt. So the place that I was working at, there was a company adjacent to it, and they were doing pet products like pesticides and fleas and ticks and stuff like that. So they had these huge kettles, whatever. Long story short, it made me very sick. I ended up catching MRSA. I ended up in the hospital. I had 10 days. You know how if the certain type of infection goes into your blood, then you don't survive it. They're hitting you with hard antibiotics and that. God was good. He allowed me to survive this. I was just very chronic. Neuropathy. I couldn't even stand to do dishes. It was really bad. And I was like, what happened? A year ago, I'm doing volleyball, I'm riding bike, everything, and all of a sudden now I can't even stand to do dishes. Like, okay. Because nobody's asking the reason why. All of a sudden it's now, oh, well, you have all these pills you got to take. You got to start taking all these prescription drugs, the procedures. Maybe in the future you'll have to have back surgery. And I was like,
oh my goodness,
what
a mess.
Insane. You know, why? And I'm like, pero why? Pero por qué?
Right.
Nothing. So anyway, so God saved me. And He put me on this path of wellness. He just, like, one morning, bright and early, said, not only are you going to heal, but you're going to heal others, and I'm going to give you the protocol.
That's incredible.
So, yes. So with that said, just so you know, I have a 17-year quadriplegic from a car accident.
Wow.
And he's moving both legs. He's moving his neck, and his speech is better. And that's
incredible.
without product.
Wow.
So God is like, He set things in motion. So to educate me, like, listen, okay, He's going to allow you to do this. I went and bought like a copper wire at Home Depot, give it to the mother. And I said, listen, first hour sunlight, that copper wire goes on his waistline, feet to Mother Earth. You have to reconnect him to Mother Earth. And you're going to start doing the juicing. We bought him a juicer, the juicing, the lymphatic system, central nervous system.
That's crazy.
You got to help the body heal. The body
Why don't we
is
know
designed.
about these things?
Wait, listen, look.
It's crazy. What is this?
Why do people not know this?
Cancer disease.
This is from 1931. That was his discovery.
Wow.
No disease, including cancer, can survive in an alkaline environment. Why isn't this posted everywhere? Why do our youth not know this?
Break that down for me. What does that mean exactly? Alkaline environment. What does that mean exactly?
Okay, so when you have inflammation or you're acidic, you're not alkaline. So everybody's like, you got pain, you got things activating.
Right.
You're acidic. You have major acidicness. And when you go further, then that becomes cancer. And look what cancer is. Basically the lack of oxygen in the body.
So it says, your body is acidic. Here is what you need to do. The real truth behind cancer, you will never hear from your doctor. All forms of cancer have two basic conditions. Acidiosis and hypoxia, lack of oxygen. Cancerous tissues are acidic, whereas healthy tissues are alkaline.
Correct.
Disease cannot live in an alkaline body. Wow.
1931, Nobel Prize winner.
1931. So why do you think that's hidden? Pharmaceuticals, money?
Of course, it's all money. The world is moved with money.
Yeah.
And even besides this, people have to understand that the body heals as one. Treating a symptom doesn't get to a root cause. So let's say you're alkaline, you shouldn't have all kinds of things activate.
Right.
But if you're starting to have things activate, the body's always giving a sign. Whatever it reflects means there's a root cause. And we're not asking the question. Why are we not asking the questions? Is we have to educate.
Right.
If we do not educate, we cannot stop this vicious cycle. And that's what we have right now. The young people, if I show you some of the videos of the placentas of a young lady, if she took any of the COVID shots, I mean, this is an autoimmune disease. That doesn't exist. That's not, why does the doctor say that? Because they don't know what it is. The body's not designed to be suicidal and attack itself. Attack itself. Like, oh my God, for real. But remember, they are educated by an industry that's not looking for root causes.
Right.
The training is, you have pain here, I'm going to give you something for that.
Right.
You have something here, I'm going to give you something for that. But that's not...
We have tons of specialists and no doctor who treats the whole body.
Right. You have to look at how you sleep, how you eat, how you poop. I mean, everything.
Everything matters.
Yes, everything matters. The body heals as one.
That's incredible.
So then, after all of that, now we have new technology. The gentleman spent 20 years at NASA.
Okay.
And then he was recruited by the Pentagon. And now him and his team have created something. Are you familiar with what mitochondria is?
Yes.
Okay, well, we can regrow it now.
We can regrow it.
Yes, we can
That's
regrow
incredible.
mitochondria.
How?
Yes. Well, it's a product, but it has a special technology, how it delivers to the cell membrane.
Wow.
That is the key. Obviously, that's a secret.
So tell me the implications of that.
The implications of that is that if you give the body what it needs, it doesn't matter. We don't worry about conditions. We don't treat conditions. We don't diagnose nothing. The body is designed to heal itself. It's a magnificent creation from
incredible.
the Lord. You just got to give it what it needs, and it will self-heal. That's why it doesn't matter to us. I mean, if I tell you some of the testimonials, you'll be like, okay, now. But really, really, it's truly amazing. The creation is amazing. People just have to be educated. And listen.
Why do you think this happened to you and you were chosen for this?
I think my heart, because I'm a sinner just like anyone else. I think he knows my heart, and he put me on the path. He chooses.
Yeah.
He chooses us. He allows things to happen, and then he puts you on a path. And the calling is, go heal these people, because everything they have is reversible, and the world will know that my creation self-heals. They have the wrong information. They don't have the right protocol. There's no reason for them to be going needless to that path that they're headed. The body is designed to self-heal.
Why do you think they're suffering and not healing?
Well, because
like Bruce Willis, for example. He's a mess right now.
Yes. And you know what? I didn't want to say this, but I'm going to say it.
Say it.
Have you not noticed that our younger people are balding?
I started balding at 28.
There's a root cause to that.
Tell me.
No, I'll explain it later. I want to say it to you.
No, tell me. Let's do it. Tell me. I want to hear it.
Okay, so there's a doctor that I listen to. We'll get into that later. But it's acidosis of the brain in the future. Okay.
Break that down for me.
Acidicness
Okay.
of the brain.
Okay.
And it'll be more developed and more advanced in the future. I mean, there's always the possibility, not maybe this person, that person, but have you not
Interesting.
noticed that younger and younger people are balding?
Yes.
What do you think that is? Why is no one asking why? You're not giving hair so you can lose it.
Right.
¿Tú entiendes? That's not the way God works.
That's crazy.
Why are all those children in St. Jude full of tumors?
I don't
They
know.
haven't touched McDonald's. They haven't touched any fast foods. They're not even a year old. Why are they full of tumors?
I don't know. Why are
Because
they?
they're coming from toxic parents. That's how toxic the world is. You can't get away from it.
Wow.
Everything is that toxic. Food, water, air, chemtrails. Even though Florida, supposedly now they're not doing it, but they've been doing it for a long time.
Crazy.
And people are like mad at the Lord. But hello, what are you eating? Listen,
What are you
I was
putting in your
raised
temple?
Cuban. Arroz, frijoles, y carne puerco. And everything was like fried. Okay, that's not healthy. We didn't eat vegetables. We hardly ate fruit. Maybe we had
Right.
bananas. Until I didn't get sick, that didn't come forth. I didn't know that. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Once you know, then that changes your world. You can't unknow it, unless you choose to, obviously. But yeah, look up Dr. Mary Newport. She has dealing with Alzheimer's with coconut oil, and that's $10. A specific type of coconut oil. Look it up.
That's crazy.
Dr. Mary Newport. And if you get on this technology,
Have you written a book yet?
no.
You need to.
Okay.
A lot of knowledge. You got to share it.
Yes. Oh, you have no idea. There's so much more. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Let's get you in my studio,
Okay.
and we'll go for an hour and a half.
Oh, wow. Get ready.
Yeah, it'll be incredible. Let's do it.
So just so you know, because now you're going to reach the world, anyone that took the COVID shots has to detox with this technology. This fights the gene mutation of that technology, especially if you want to have children. There's a study from Sweden. If you took that, the mother's already transmitting it to the unborn child, and the child could have all kinds of conditions later on in life.
Wow.
They have vaccinated 9 million 6-month-old babies and minors with 3 COVID shots.
That's crazy.
What do you think is going to happen? And tell me, what government is going to be able to afford
None.
that type? Because, when you have a child with some kind of disability, you need help.
For sure.
You need the government to step in. They need a lot of, extra kids
Right.
and whatever. And you know what? Everything is reversible. Without saying certain names and everything, I've seen even stuff that's genetic reversible.
That's crazy.
You got to trust God. You got to trust His creation. You got to trust He connects with purpose, and try it. But the young people are in big trouble. Humanity, this is like a world crisis, and nobody's really realizing it. Everybody's busy. They're entertained with this and that, whatever. In business, you tell me what millionaire is going to be on his deathbed wondering when the next $1 billion deal is. He'll be like, no, listen, I'll give you my billions. Can you save my life?
Right.
What do you do if you have family that's sick, if you have a child? Look at this gentleman that just spoke. That's heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. But now we're
Heartbreaking.
connected, and I say God connects with purpose.
Yes.
So I see it, I believe it, and I think
I
that his
really
child
hope you can help
will
Brian.
be. Yes. I'm telling you, God's creation is amazing.
He lost a 4-year-old last year. Oh my goodness. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. That broke my heart when he said that.
Listen, the lack of the right knowledge, and the Bible says it, is what's killing us.
Amen.
You don't know what you don't know. These young people have no idea.
No idea.
Everybody's got a detox. It's everywhere. There's no getting away from it. Even organic's not organic. Now you got this gentleman that they're putting mosquitoes out in Florida with
Yes.
the mRNA in it. I mean, there's a lot going on.
When I bring you on the show next, let's do a whole segment on what to do to detox. That'll be incredible.
Yeah, oh, yeah. This is a parasite cleanse.
Let's do it.
Heavy metal cleanse. Yeah.
For
it's
now,
important.
let everyone know where they can find you.
Hey there. All right. So I have an Instagram. It's Esmeralda, Esmeralda _EM_1. And I also have Facebook. Listen, I'm 60, so I like Facebook. I'm sorry. It's Esmeralda EM. And I guess that's the way to reach me. And listen, trust in the Lord, trust in the healing power of His creation. You just gotta give it a shot. And if you have anything terminal, you gotta double. We had an 88-year-old with aggressive prostate cancer. It was gone in less than 6 weeks.
Wow.
All you do is give the body what it needs, and it will self-heal. So,
Amen.
blessings. God
Guys,
is good.
if you are going through some illness, please reach out to Esmeralda. She can help you organically cleanse your body and show you exactly what to put in your body to heal your body. Incredible.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate that.
Thank you. God bless.
Bye.
Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are still here, Q4, Mastermind, Miami, Coconut Grove. I am here with Christian. How are you, sir?
Leo, I'm doing fantastic, man. How are you doing?
Doing great. What brought you here today?
Leo, David Gandel is a close friend and mentor of mine, and I had the privilege of being invited by him. Didn't really hear about this till a couple of days ago, and
That's great.
It's been honestly amazing.
What do you do?
So I work in financial services. You know,
Okay.
My dad, he is 66 now, and when he was 62, suffered a major heart attack, months in the hospital, open heart surgery, and it was just a long road to recovery, but he was an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, if you don't work for yourself and you don't run your business, it's not going to make you money.
Yeah.
We had closed our business down, but he was a pilot for hire.
Okay.
So when he had his heart attack, he stopped working. He had to go and spend just a long time in recovery. He's on disability now.
Yeah.
But he had a life insurance policy that has a savings account inside of it. Then he was able to pull a bunch of money out of his policy when he got sick. His health insurance is awesome, but it doesn't cover your rent, mortgage,
Right.
your gas, your car payments, which kept coming in. And my mom's job wasn't a high-paying job, and our family was used to two incomes. So
Right.
I work with families to help them not only build generational wealth, but protect themselves as well with life insurance.
That's incredible. What a great story to get you to help other people. It's incredible.
It's inspiring with my dad, seeing him in
Yes.
entrepreneurship, because so many times it's easy to be in school and then work a job and not even think about owning a business. But for me, seeing my dad, since he had his business before I was even born, as an aviation school, teaching people to be pilots.
That's crazy.
It was just so cool to see him all that time as an entrepreneur and growing his business. When we closed down, we had 50 airplanes.
Wow.
We had a maintenance department, a crew of, say, 15, 25 instructors.
That's
and
incredible.
15 different mechanics. And it was a big school. All started from one plane 20-something years ago.
Wow.
So,
What's your background?
I'm half Indian on my dad's side. Fun fact, Indian people are more genetically prone to heart disease. I didn't know that until he had his heart attack. And my mom is Cuban. They met down here in the 305 of Miami.
That's a great mix. So you speak Spanish and Bengali.
I hate to say this on camera. My dad said Urdu was a waste of a language. He said...
My friend speaks Urdu.
He's like, there's no point in learning it, Chris. You're here in the States. You're not going to need it. But he taught me, like, Salam alaikum, mera naam Christian hai. And
you speak Spanish?
Spanish fluently, see.
Good.
Yeah. In Miami.
Your mom was not going to let that fly.
No, I was raised with my Cuban grandparents. I mean, my Cuban grandma dipped my pacifier in the Cuban coffee, the cortadito.
Yes, of course.
So
real Cuban.
I think it lowered my tolerance for the...
Probably.
Raised the tolerance for caffeine, because I could drink a whole cortadito on my own.
That's funny. That's your question. Did you ever want to take over your dad's business?
Yes. It was a really fascinating thing to see him build it. And then for me, I was thinking, all right, how can I get his flight school now into different states?
Right.
Now, how can I grow this even more? So I saw it more in expansion mode. But unfortunately, like due to political climate, we have a largely international student base. So India, Egypt, South America, they were coming from all over the world to study here. Because it's better to get your license here. You pay less compared to in other countries.
Really?
And so, I mean, people in India, they would put all their family funds together and send like one of the kids to the United States to get his pilot's license. So he can then be that person for the family. So I saw it as something I would want to do. And when the political climate changed and it was harder for students to get visas was when the business closed down.
Got it.
Funny enough, though, the business closed down right before COVID.
Wow.
We would have been destroyed.
Blessing in disguise.
The planes fit 2 or 4 people. The largest one fits about like 5. So they're tiny little, you're in a tiny cockpit. You can't do that in COVID.
There's no 6 feet apart. No mask is gonna do anything.
And that would have crushed us. We got to liquidate everything because when
God is good, man.
And then my dad had his heart attack a few years after that. So everything kind of happened in chronological order, and God is good, right? Because if not, we could have been just screwed, for lack of a better word. I'm 25.
25. You're the second 25-year-old I interviewed today. That's a great age, 25. Where do you want to be in 5 years, by 30? Where do you see yourself?
In 5 years, man, I'd love to be, and I will be, dominating in the insurance agency space.
Amen.
For me, I want to grow a team because I want to have the biggest impact I possibly can in the lives of not only folks looking into entrepreneurship, but more importantly, my clients. I want to have the opportunity to get people protected across the entire country. Half of the United States is either uninsured or underinsured when it comes to life insurance. So I want to be able to go and close that gap and help people talk about something that shouldn't just be for like the Rockefellers and all the rich.
Are you a broker?
We're a broker. So Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica, all the big companies.
Good for you.
It's a fun space.
Yeah.
You don't hear many people say that though.
No, you don't. Because they don't get it.
They don't.
Online, it's so sexy. Oh, I have a digital business. I have an online business, you know? Nobody wants a traditional brick and mortar business like selling insurance.
Exactly. And the benefit now is I'm 100% remote, work from home. I'm planning an office.
You can get an AI, a book setter. There's so many things that you can do to make your life easier.
Exactly.
It's not like it was 10 years ago where you're on the phone 100 times a day.
Yeah.
You
driving around at people's houses.
Yes, knocking doors, door to door. It's so different nowadays.
It's changed
It really
dramatically.
is.
And I do my own digital marketing. So I put videos on like TikTok. People see it and they fill in their information, send it in, and they sometimes even book an appointment. So all I gotta do is show up, turn my computer on, and just start calling people or like having the appointments that they set onto the calendar already. It's changed dramatically.
Do you follow PBD? Of course. PBD? No?
Oh, Patrick Bet David.
Patrick Bet David?
You caught me there. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because
he's incredible.
You remind me of him a little bit.
He's a partner for for the company that owns the company I partner with.
Got it.
So Integrity Mark is this huge like insurance
Is that
thing.
part of PHP?
They bought out PHP.
They bought out PHP.
And
Got it.
They bought out the company I work through as well.
That makes sense.
So definitely, I love watching his videos. It's inspiring because it's all about taking the opportunity to grow your business to the next level. And some people don't know what the next level even looks like.
What would you say to a young entrepreneur wanting to start out in the insurance business?
It took me 2 weeks to make my first sale. And I was full-time, calling people every single day. If I would have quit on the 13th day, I'd be nowhere. I would have gone, if I would have tried to work a traditional 9 to 5, which no hate to 9 to 5ers, we love you.
Right.
But I wouldn't be where I'm at today. If you just keep pushing, you only fail when you give up. And if you don't give up, you can never fail. Now, if you don't like it, that's another story completely. But when you're getting started to someone new, just keep pushing yourself like there is no tomorrow.
I'm going to challenge you to get your broker's license before you're 30.
I like that challenge.
I'm gonna challenge you.
So we got it on camera here.
Yeah.
Today is what, November the 18th?
Yeah.
So
I don't see you working for somebody else. You gotta go do your own thing.
yeah.
Get your broker's license and go start your own agency.
That is exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
And because that's the best way to just have a tremendous impact.
And you're at a good age that you have enough time to fuck up and still succeed. You know, seriously.
It's the
Like,
truth.
go make mistakes. Go do it.
I think that's one of the biggest things people are scared of is
Yeah,
change.
I agree.
With my clients, it's the hardest thing to get them to understand. And it's honestly scary for myself, too, to sometimes think about where I could be in 2, 3, 5 years from now, because
Right.
we just think small as human
Exactly. You gotta think big. 5, 10 years.
beings. Broker license, I like
Yes,
that.
do it.
Honestly, never even thought about that before. I thought about growing my own agency, but only once or twice I've thought about owning the actual company itself.
No. You're gonna own the company.
I'm going to own the company.
Yeah.
Leo, I appreciate you having me on
You're
here.
very
man.
welcome, bro. I
It is
appreciate
such
you
a
being here.
privilege. Appreciate you staying so late. This
My
guy
pleasure.
has rocked out 20 plus interviews today, and he is still fueled up, and he transferred
Thank you.
the energy.
Let's go.
So, big shout out to this guy, MVP.
Thank you. I
So,
appreciate you.
absolutely.
Let everyone know where they can find you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you guys for listening. Check us out on Instagram. You can follow the business Protect and Prosper Group. All together, no dots, nothing like that. Check us out. They don't teach this stuff in school, so I want to try to help people learn it in a fun way. Protect and Prosper on Facebook and LinkedIn as well. Appreciate y'all.
Christian, thank you.
Thank you, Leo.
Guys, if you want life insurance, that's your man right there. Go follow him, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time. It's a wrap. Welcome to another episode of Out of the System. We are here with Mike Garcia, the realtor to this beautiful home where we're at, Q4 Mastermind, Coconut Grove, Miami. What's up, bro?
Great, man. How are you doing today?
I'm energized, to be honest with you. All these conversations gives me energy.
It is a great event. It was a phenomenal time.
Incredible event.
And I'm glad to be part of this. I'm glad that I was able to put this beautiful home as a backdrop to this Q4 Mastermind. It turned out to be incredible, and I'm glad to have had a part in it.
Me too. I agree 100%. Tell me, Mike, how'd you get to real estate?
So funnily enough, I worked as a CPA for 20 years.
Okay.
And
got tired of that.
Well, so my broker one day asked me to lunch, and he told me that I'm an expert in tax. I can talk to anybody. And he said that he's seen me talk to the IRS, so he knows I can negotiate very well. And so basically he told me he would pay for my classes, he'd pay for my test. All he asked was for 2 years.
Okay.
I thought that was fair.
Yeah.
I gave it a shot. I've been with him now for 7 years.
Wow.
I haven't looked back. I started with $150,000 close, and now my last close was over $10 million in cash.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
Yeah, needless to say, I'm doing well, and we have now a phenomenal team. Our architect that did a podcast with you earlier.
Incredible person.
Yeah, he's great. We have a builder that works really well with us as well. Myself and our marketing person, we just work so well together that we want to continue this process. So now we're currently looking for our next project to continue the momentum.
Tell me the biggest difference in selling a home that's $150,000 or a $10 million home.
So it's the way you market it, right? So something like this requires much more, work behind it. So like when I marketed that $150,000 property, I put it on the MLS. I did a couple of open houses, and it worked well. But for this, like when I first launched the house, I did an event prior to this one,
right,
where we had a violinist, we had a a caterer. We had an open house. We had an open bar. We had a local artist, and everything came together. We had over 200 people here.
Wow.
It was incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really was.
I can't even imagine you selling someone a $10 million house. That must be so incredible for them, for you, you know?
It really was. Like, it was that $10 million house right next door was my first $10 million listing. And it was incredible because I had worked a $10 million year before, but it wasn't mine. So having that be my baby and, seeing it from when it first was, the ground was broken.
Yes.
So when it was ready, it was an incredible process, and being part of that process really made me feel great. And having that team behind me that I can trust and rely on, it really makes a great difference. And I'm just glad and blessed to be part of that process.
That's incredible. What advice would you give to a young realtor starting off today?
To really, I would say, really deep dive into what makes, you strive. You need a great team. You need to understand what it takes to be a great realtor in this market.
Yeah.
So you need to really understand the market.
Right.
And when you do that and you put your thought and your work behind it, it really pays off.
I agree. I would add to that also the culture, right? The market and the culture of that city.
Correct. So this city, Coconut Grove, is a great opportunity for homes like this.
Yeah.
In this price point. Coral Gables is another strong market as well.
Yes.
In Miami. But yeah, if you're gonna sell at this price point, you need to find that niche and you need to find the home in the proper area to give you that the opportunity to do so.
Are you only Miami based or Fort Lauderdale, West Palm?
I do sell in Fort Lauderdale as well. I recently sold a 6-unit building. It's not, obviously it's different.
Yeah.
But I sold a 6-unit building that was an Airbnb.
Nice.
And in Fort Lauderdale. I've also sold up until Del Rey, and that one was a home comparable to this one.
Nice.
And not the same price point because Del Rey doesn't bring the same price point.
Yeah, for sure.
As Coconut Grove, but same home, same style of home.
Yeah.
Same buyer. And
Okay.
it really it's a niche, and I love the luxury market. And I'm hopeful to continue to stay playing this.
What's your favorite part about being a realtor in the luxury market?
The people you work with.
That's for sure. The connections.
The connection, correct. So the people in this price point know what they want.
Right.
They know. So a buyer that buys this type of real estate is looking for a lifestyle. They're looking for the architecture, the
Yes.
creativity, all of that comes behind buying a property like this. It's not.
It's a big deal.
Right. It's not. It's not cookie cutter.
It's $10 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's something that you need to go after, and if you find the right buyer, it makes the world of difference.
And you become friends instantly.
Oh yeah.
Because you just sold them his house.
Right, correct. I sold the house next door, and they're friends. I invited them to the first event that I had here.
Right.
That we had over 200 people. I invited them to this one. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. But yeah, we're friends, and now I'm trying to find great neighbors because they're right next door. And but you cultivate a friendship as well, which is a blessing.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Miami. I grew up maybe 15 minutes from here.
That's incredible.
Went to Columbus High School, and it cultivated a sense of community and a sense of brotherhood, and we help each other out, and it's something that I hold near and dear.
Do you have kids?
We're working on it now. My wife and I have been married for 4 years. We wanted to enjoy ourselves for a little bit before
100%.
our world changes.
Yes.
It is.
I know. I have two of them.
Oh, that's amazing. Listen, I can't wait for our world to change, but we wanted to enjoy ourselves first.
Yes.
I feel like it's important.
100%.
But now we cannot wait to welcome our first child. We're super excited about that.
You're gonna be a good dad.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
I feel like you're gonna be a good dad because you care. I can tell.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell me your favorite thing about this house.
110-year-old cottage. A lot of places in Coconut Grove are phenomenal properties.
Yeah.
But you don't get the exclusivity of that 110-year-old cottage. Very few places do you get something
So
where
true.
you mix the old with the new.
Right.
And that 110-year-old cottage,
That's crazy.
it's incredible. And that's the only thing that stood when this thing was even a dream.
Wow.
It was we were standing in 8 years ago. I had the blessing to see it from when it was first that cottage until now. 8 years ago, we'd be standing in dirt right now.
Incredible.
And now it's this incredible home that it shows the work of George, our phenomenal architect.
He's incredible.
And our builder, and the work and the passion that came into making this a reality.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself with 2 kids, selling $40 million homes, waterfront, and continuing our amazing journey with the team that we have now to, continue our dream, which is to, continue this amazing journey that we're on right now.
I'm on my way there. As soon as I get there, I'll give you a call. You're going to sell me my $20 million house.
God willing.
Yes, God willing.
I cannot wait.
My brother, let everyone know where they can find you.
You can find me at theprimogroup.com. My name is Mike Garcia, and I would love to sell you your next home. Thank you.
Mike, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
If you're in the market looking for a luxury house, this is your guy, Mike Garcia.
Thank you.
Follow him, reach out to him, DM him, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time. Welcome back to another episode of Out of the System. We are still here, Q4, Mastermind, Miami, Coconut Grove. I got my man Logan. What's up, bro?
What's good? Thank you for having me, Leo.
You're a pleasure. Talk to me. What's going on?
What you had said as far as podcasts being the new method for building your brand and building media, it's 100% spot on.
Thank you.
People crave authenticity more than anything else right now.
100%. People want you to be authentic. They want to know who you are and how you go through life. They don't want the fluff anymore. They don't want the edited. They want the raw, unedited footage.
100%, yeah. And I think podcasts are really interesting because I've noticed, even for myself, when I started creating content, at first you're trying to figure out what to say in front of the camera, but when you're having a conversation with somebody, you can get into that point where you're just kind of like flowing rather than trying to think about what to say. And
you get into flow state and you go.
Yeah. So what got you into podcasting originally?
It's a great question. I had a stuttering problem. I had a really bad stuttering problem. And I wanted to learn to speak properly. I wanted to get that stuttering out of me. So I took like a year and a half of speaking courses. And I went through level 1, level 2. I learned NLP. I learned hypnosis. And I fell in love with speaking. That I was able to get rid of that stuttering. Not get rid of it, but I was able to, I guess, control it or know how to not make it come out, right? So I began speaking on stages, but I wanted a more comfortable way to speak and still reach the masses. That's where podcasting came in. So I've done over 150 episodes in 2.5 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
So for you, it started as wanting to improve a skill that you saw as something that...
Correct.
Very interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of times people who have gotten very good at something, it's more than just for the sake of like clout or like money. It's like there's a deeper purpose behind it.
Always.
So
yeah.
For you growing up, what did you notice about like the way that you interacted with people when it came to conversations, having that stutter versus now having put in the reps, done 150 episodes, and now like
Bro,
learning how to
2.5 years ago, I could have never done what I did today. Ever.
I think you had everybody ready to start their next podcast.
I know. I could have never done that 2.5 years ago. I would have been so nervous, so scared. I would have, it would have been really bad. It would have been really bad.
Yeah. So would you say it was a result of putting in the reps continuously to get to that point of confidence?
Oh, yeah.
Or is there like
but also
a
wanting
turning
to.
point?
Both. You have to want it. I wanted to be better. I wanted to speak clearly. I wanted to calm my mind down, you know?
So it started with that place of desire.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Think and Grow Rich talks about that.
Exactly.
First chapter.
Tell me about you. Where'd you grow up? What do you do? What do you want to do in life? Talk to me.
So I grew up in Tampa, Florida, born and raised, and I was here pretty much the majority of my life.
How old are you?
24. 24 now. I did door-to-door for a couple years, and for similar reason, you know, I realized I didn't know how to communicate in a way that, like, I'd have a lot of ideas, but I had a hard time voicing them to people. So for me, door-to-door is a little bit more about, you know, obviously making some money, but getting better at speaking and building connections quick. I did that for a couple of years, but I wanted to have a little bit more control over my career and really build a business that like catered towards my values. And so around this time last year, I started creating some content on YouTube. Basically, like I wanted to build an acquisitions fund, buying blue collar businesses.
Okay.
And reason for it is
like plumbers, painters, electricians,
the people who make America. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got into it in 2022 is like when the idea really came to me. I had a vision for building cities where you had the networking capabilities that you have in Miami as far as the crowd and the demographic, but you still have it built in tune with nature. The thing that I don't like about Miami is you have to drive an hour and a half to get away from all the people, all the buildings, all the noise.
Yeah, you do.
To really just be secluded.
Yeah.
So I want a city that, you know, I want multiple cities that it's focused on tech, it's focused on innovation, but it's still very symbiotic with nature. And my method for how to do that, I reverse engineered. I thought, all right, I need two main groups, capital partners and blue collar business owners to build the city and finance the city. And that's kind of what led me down this route. So started a window cleaning business the beginning of the year. Kind of rushed to do three things: window cleaning company, real estate funding company, and then a network to fund acquisitions. I've got 2 out of the 3 down. So now I need to come back and really get the model down for the window cleaning business to have the runway for what I want to do over the next few years.
What drives you?
Legacy. I think the worst thing that could happen is dying without leaving something that left the world better than when you entered it. It's like, yeah, like you want to take care of your family, but I think the bigger impact you can have on your community, on your city, on your nation, that's, for me, like that would be the most fulfilling thing for me at the end of my lifetime.
Yeah, 100%. What do you want that legacy to be for you? What do you want the world to remember you for or by?
You know, I thought it was really interesting. Kanye had said that the most honorable thing is that you can be forgotten. And so at some point we all are going to be forgotten. 500 years from now, you know, maybe the internet's going to go black. You know, who knows what could happen? But I think what would be cool is having remnants of the things that we had innovated and worked on in our lives still having echoes throughout history going forward. So,
where do you see yourself in 5 years? By 30, where do you see yourself?
at 30, I'll have the base built for the acquisitions fund that I'm building. So I want to focus on essential service-based businesses that have recurring revenue. Window cleaning, landscaping, pool service, those are like the top three that I can really see.
Yeah.
You know, having a focus in on Central Florida.
Real quick, how do you see AI and robots affecting that?
That's a great question. So AI, I think, is going to force a lot of people out of online work and tedious work. But similar to the Industrial Revolution, you had hundreds of thousands of textile workers that got displaced, but they found other work.
For sure.
So I think it's going to actually force a lot of men back into the blue collar space. I think that's going to be a good thing. Like for me, one of the most
You don't
fulfilling
think
things-
there'll be like robot plumbers?
There will, but there's still going to be human operators who oversee things. So it's going to maximize efficiency.
Got it.
You'll have the output of 10 men with one man from
Right.
the robotics that
Right.
come as a result of this AI wave coming.
What advice would you give yourself 5 years ago that you know today?
See your decisions through. Your first gut thought is usually the best one. And so it's best to live your life knowing that you went after it and you put your best effort than thinking about what if you did. Because again, usually your first thought is the one that's most aligned with your trajectory. So really think about what you want, and if you're questioning and on the fence, make a list of the different timelines that could play out depending on the different decisions you could make.
What would you say to someone that looks at blue collar like, eh? What would you say to them like that?
That's how I started. You know, I grew up thinking I was going to be like a posh, financial advisor or like a doctor. Nothing wrong with those positions, but the thing is like men are designed to want to build something that they can see and has an actual impact. And
I know.
There's not many things more fulfilling than, getting to build a building and see the works of a team effort. Or even like for me, really simple thing, but it was pretty fulfilling getting to take super dirty windows and by the end of my work being super detailed, seeing them come out crystal clean, and then, having other people that you did service for that work, feel really happy about the work that you did for them.
I get it, man. I was blue collar for 15 years of my life. I was an IT specialist. First, I began running wires inside walls, installing speakers, TVs, as blue collar as it gets. Got to a point where I became a computer, a network engineer, and then scaled my way up and eventually built a company with my wife. But I don't think I ever would have appreciated my company if I hadn't gone through all that hard work that I put in,
Yeah, it takes, I wouldn't say it takes a lot of, actually, you know what, yeah, it does take a lot of work and effort and grit
For sure.
and determination. But I think that calluses the mind to where if you can succeed in an industry that is correlated with blue collar work, you can do a lot of other things.
Oh, yeah.
And the confidence that you get from succeeding in business, I think, is a lot more fulfilling and impactful even than just like the money that you can make from it too. So,
Logan, incredible. Let everyone know where they can find you.
So you can find me on Instagram, Logan with 2 G's, Loggan, Moore. You can find me there on Instagram. LinkedIn's my other place, Logan Kennedy Moore.
My man, incredible, bro. I wish you all the best. I really cannot wait to see you build this. And let me know how I can help you.
Yeah. If you have a background in blue collar, we should definitely talk more. 15 years is a lot of time.
Let's
I'd
do
be
it.
curious to pick your brain.
That'd be great. Let's do it.
Yeah. Thank you for doing this. People need this.
My pleasure, bro. Guys, go follow Logan. He is building something that most people his age are staying away from. So go follow him, go learn from him. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time.